and welcome to the Boise State Esports Arena. It's PEC Valorant tonight, so of course it's going to be high-stakes action with quick flicks, clutches, and more. In today's matchup, Boise State University is going to look to continue to hold towards the top of the standings against a fierce University of Utah squad, Broncos versus the Utes. It was a war the last time these two teams met, and I can bet we're going to be getting some of the same kind of action. For the casting desk, my name is Zach Munson, and of course, as always, I'm joined by Nathaniel Hackney. And well, you were kind of describing to me what you call the Utah line. Care to explain that?
Yeah, so basically, if you look at the standings, Utah, they've been able to beat everyone below them, like pretty obviously, probably. But the people above them, they haven't been able to beat. And I mean, there's a pretty definitive just separator between the top three and those below Utah.
Almost like a bit of like a gatekeeper into the top three. And that round differential is pretty interesting, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. The difference between Kansas and Utah's like round differential is 110, which is very, very large. It basically means when Utah loses, they lose close, and when they win hard.
And that is a recipe for a scary match, no matter how different they could be in the standings. But quickly, we've got good news for Boise State Valorant fans. We've got new social media profiles set up for both X and Instagram. So if you want to keep up with all things involving our Valorant squad, scan the QR code. We're Boise State Val, all one word, on X and Instagram if you want to look it up. And that is Boise State Val, all one word. We have highlight schedules and more posted. Go follow us and support our Broncos. And standings looking very interesting. This is technically week 1 here, but we had like a little bit of an early game against Nebraska, so we're technically 8-1 right now. But of course, Ohio State stands undefeated. Only map loss was to Boise State University, who currently holds second. Boise State, yeah, we had that week 0 matchup, so it says 7-1 on there, but we're 8-1, and we've got a big 2 weeks coming up for Boise State, because this game against Utah and then Michigan State next week. That third place team, an interesting one, could kind of determine who's the 2 and 3. And Utah, they're looking to redeem their fall loss to Boise State, a super close one, and this is kind of their first big test already so soon into their season. 3 teams above them in the standings all took wins against them, but Utah should not be underestimated. They've taken games off Boise State and Michigan State, and they're going to look to do that again tonight. And we've got kind of a lot of action tonight, actually. Michigan State, of course, looking to stay firmly in the top 3 with the game against Syracuse. An interesting one that if they lost that, things could get kind of messy towards the top of the standings. Nebraska and Baylor, of course, both looking to get out of the bottom. And this is a sneaky important game, because whoever wins this one is kind of boost themselves up quite a bit. And Utah versus Boise State, our action today. And finally, Minnesota versus Ohio State will decide if the Buckeyes can keep their undefeated streak alive.
And for the starting roster, we have Cosmos, Peter, Wyatt, Griffin, and Marshall. And notably, Peter Skies, he's Radiant.
Ooh, what
in
rank?
fact, rank 81,
Wow.
that's no bum rank. That's pretty high up there. 81 on the North American ladder.
It's very, very impressive. And we were talking to Coach K just about the vibes on this team.
Yeah, the vibes are lovely, but here's the other team. We have Ashton, Graham, Matt, Thomas, Dung, and I am sorry, I'm going to say Super, because
Superman.
Superman,
That's
as
his name in the server.
Oh,
Name
yeah.
in the server. And that's, I mean, you're going to be seeing a lot of him most likely today. A really great player. We've been looking at just the statistics, Utah leads in a lot of categories. I mean, we had mentioned they have a lot of players who all like to diffuse the spike, which kind of it says a bit about their play style.
Yeah, they have just a bunch of diffuses, which means they retake a lot, and they play Abyss, and I think they also like Breeze, but they haven't gotten to play much of it. Mm-hmm. And those are both very, very heavy retake maps.
For sure. I mean, they win most of their Abyss matches, and we're going to need to take account of Doc's keys to the game. In a game this intense, you need to chat strats every round. Please check your angles. Stay off the copium. Call abilities. No flash. Might not need to call that anymore. And here are some bonus ones, because why not? Valorant's so complicated. You want to diminish the enemy team's econ and loot. Focus angles and flank. count cards, and flank efficiently. And of course, they're all brought to you by Blue Ribbon Painting. With over 90 years of combined experience, they're proud to be Boise's go-to team of local, multi-generational painters who know how to level up your home. Visit blueribbonpainting.net. And now, things settle into a little bit with the, ooh, look at that, there it is, Breeze already, they pick it. I was just about to say, they have their own cause, we have our cause, of course, our clutch master, our clutch king, but their cause, a force to be reckoned, cause FPS is a force to be reckoned with as well, as specifically on the chamber. And, I mean, Breeze is the chamber map, isn't it?
There has not been more of an op map probably ever than Breeze. I know they rework it every time they bring it back into rotation, but trust me, it's still long range, and you can still kind of run the lobby with the op if you're given the chance.
So interesting to note that our pick is Haven, actually. I mean, these bans are very interesting just in general. Of course, Boise is respecting the Abyss of Utah. Has been a great map, able to win that one against crazy good teams. And Utah, likewise, respecting the bind of Boise State. And so we end up on these maps, but I think both teams are kind of happy here, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would say both teams we like the same maps, so you're going to end up with a map pool that just shows both of us at our highest level.
First one might be a bit of a fiesta, though. Haven't seen a ton of it. I mean, in PEC, we haven't seen it yet at all. And, I mean, I think we kind of like the op, but we haven't been bringing it out as much versus seems like Utah really just, that's like a central part of their strategy is op holding down one side and then retake the other side.
Yeah, and we talked to Coach K about this, just which maps were favorable, right? And what we were told is, well, there was a bit of a tournament that happened. You wanna talk about that, Zach?
Yeah, Funhaver. The Broncos have been playing it a lot. It's just some extra games, some good practice for sure, because there are a lot of tough opponents in that tournament. They've actually gotten their best result ever. They got top 8, which is very impressive. Pretty much everybody in that tournament's like radiant, super good at the game. So the vibes are just currently immaculate, aren't they?
Oh yes, they like the amount of you can't undersell how important the mental is.
Yeah,
and just I've been hearing them talk so much, and they all seem very excited. The Broncos, of course. So I'm expecting a lovely game.
The standout performers, I think, is whoever wins. It's going to be because of the standout performers, is what I'm saying. Because Superman, I think he's second in the entire PEC in kills, trailing I think Hamburger of Ohio State fame, and they've got a lot of play. Like anyone, they're similar to Boise State in that I think pretty much anyone on their team, whether it be Aston or even D1, they're liable to kind of light you up at any moment.
Yeah, most definitely. I forgot which player it was, but who had the 109?
Oh, 108. I think it was D1.
I think it was D1. It's D1 their Sova player.
Has planted Spike 108 times, which is by far and away the most anyone has done it. So it seems like if you're going to say anything about Utah, they are a good team, and everyone knows what they want to do, and they know their role. And like you said, when they win hard, and when they lose close. And those are the kind of teams that are always scary to play against, especially going onto a map that we haven't seen in the PEC. We haven't played any of these PEC teams on it, so you don't even really know what you're going to see. But I think we're probably going to see Chamber Viper.
I would assume the Viper and Chamber are coming out. But yeah, I've heard the Broncos have had a lot of practice outside of the league. On
like
this
in
map.
Funhaver and things like that.
But just over the break.
Still, it's been so long since Breeze has been just even in the map pool that there's so much has changed with the game, not only with the map Breeze itself, but everything else around the game has changed a lot too. Lots of new characters and even new weapons since Breeze has last been in the pool. So
yeah, I think
don't really
two
know what
new
to
weapons.
Expect. That's a lot for a game like this, isn't it?
Yeah. I think the last time Breeze was here, it was Chamber had 2 teleports. It's been a hot minute since Breeze was in the pool.
And I was going to save this statistic for the game, but I think it would actually be nice to bring it up, and everyone's got to like it because I spent a lot of time doing research on this. So even if you don't like it, still, we had been mentioning before on the desk about kind of the pistol rounds feel strange for the Broncos sometimes in that even when they're playing against teams where, even in a game where they win 13-3, like 2 of those rounds could have been the pistol round. So I went and I actually tallied each round, and the pistol win rate for the Broncos is 51.2%, so above 50%, but every other round win rate, and this includes rounds that they're saving, like if they lose the pistol, the next round, I'm counting that round, their win rate is 64.7% for the rest of the rounds that aren't pistol rounds. So it's interesting because even though they're on even footing against inferior teams, they still sometimes will kind of let those rounds slip. And
Yeah.
I mean, again, I need to actually just look up this stat because we always just like make it up in our head, but like, you get a crazy advantage if you win both pistols. It's something like you win the map like 75% of the time.
Yeah,
it's super high.
I remember seeing a stat that said 80, but it's a little dated. It's been a couple years since I saw that stat. But yeah, the pistol round, it's not. It's very important. It's almost worth. Well, we always say it's worth 2 rounds because it kind of just is.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it still is a good thing for the Broncos to be looking out for.
I think that's part of why the stat is so crazy, because if you're losing that many pistols, you would expect your other rounds to be lower. But no, I mean, the Broncos get ecos, but I think you'd rather just start off on the strong foot. But, I mean, Cause FPS Chamber could make that difficult with the Headhunter.
Yeah, Headhunter it's a pretty big advantage just to have it on your team because the Guardian's, 2,200, and the Headhunter is basically just a Guardian that you get on the pistol round. So that's quite the advantage you're getting over the team.
Something quickly I think that we didn't mention, but this will be really interesting. I think if Utah is able to win this game, and we saw the Syracuse-Michigan State matchup, if that goes the way of Syracuse as well, things start getting kind of crazy now in the standings, because it had looked for so long like, oh, these are just the clear top 3, but if Syracuse wins and Utah wins, I mean, Utah could maybe sneak themselves in as that 3rd place team, and I don't think you would get a lot of – people wouldn't scoff at you for saying that, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I think it's a secret battle for 3rd place here, and especially with Michigan State being next week, that would be another battle for who is 2nd and 3rd. So it is something to consider for sure.
Still kind of funny that, looming in the distance, though, the undefeated still Buckeyes are just kind of – they're crazy. Like I said, when we do that research, we look at those stats. Anytime you're sorting by things like KD or just like value per round stats, it's always Ohio State at the top of those, but not too far behind are Utah and Boise State. Lots of like players that have that kind of – that crazy individual factor. Of course, you mentioned Skies and just playing out of his mind. Well, he was like 27-7 on the first map last game, but he might need to keep that streak going. But didn't even think for a second before locking in the Jet. A bit of a vintage Skies pick. He was on that a lot back in the day. Haven't seen it in a while, but interesting comp from both teams here, don't you think?
Yeah, and before we get into anything, the stylization matters here. So cause lowercase is cause FPS for the side of Utah, and all caps cause is the cause playing for the Broncos.
And a funny thing to note, on stage on Utah, he has an alt account named Offstage that he plays on. Maybe I'm leaking information here, but I thought that was really funny. He has on stage and off stage if he's on stage or off stage. But almost
awesome.
Exactly the same kind of comp. Interesting, though, is Master had been playing so much Clove recently, but now they've got Daimyo on the Clove because Master's the one who really has that Yoru experience, and Yoru is insane on this map. So that's where the difference is going to be, is in that second controller versus the ISO.
Yeah, for the season, Daimyo's kind of been playing that fill role for the team and just allowing kind of everybody to – like he's able to build the comp around just anybody that need be.
We're going to get into map 1 here of a potentially very scary game. Utah always liable to go crazy at any moment, and we're on a wacky map, so anything could happen as we get into the first map here. And I think Utah's on a lot of their comfort picks here. They've got the Chamber, and also, we had noticed D1 doesn't really play anything but Sova.
Yeah, he's always on the Sova, and 109 plants, 108 plants, whatever the stat was. That's
so many plants.
That to me sounds like Hunter's Fury every 3 rounds is what I'm hearing.
So good on this map too with the post plant. It's changed a little bit just how the map is now. You used to be able to, you'd play both sites, just plant the spike and run away as far as you could, do Viper lineups, but it's a little bit different now, but it's a little still, it's still Breeze, so.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about the ult orbs, and I would argue the attackers have a pretty good time just grabbing them, so something to think about as the rounds play out.
The thing I'm most interested in is how they're going to choose to play attack. Breeze, interesting map, hasn't been played for quite a while, so you might want to start slow and kind of feel out some of the space. That tunnel doesn't go above A side anymore. Instead, it's like another link to mid, so you can kind of play a lot slower and get more attacker space. Looks like they're spread out, looking to do just that so far.
And notably, as the Utes default here, the door that leads into mid leaning towards the A side, it makes an audio trigger whenever players walk through. So that, if you're wondering why they probably aren't going to walk through it at the start of the round, that would be why.
Don't want to give away any audio. Setup looking interesting for the Broncos. There's not a lot of actual utility where you place it and they can't go. Instead, it's quite a bit of posturing kind of from both teams. It might be interesting to see if they can kind of just withstand a lot of pressure with no Sentinel.
Yeah, both comps are very much so Counter-Strike-esque. Like there's not a lot of util on the field here.
Yeah.
Which is what I remember Breeze being like. It's very much so just an aim-heavy map.
Yeah, any map you can get away with using Viper as a single controller, because most maps, like Bind, you got to run like a Brimstone with it, something like that. But I mean, this time they're just going straight up, and they had pretty good success, at least when I was stalking their accounts of their Breeze games. So they're going to try and punch first here for sure.
Yeah, and as we start this round, we'll see just what the Utes are looking for. Interesting Yoru teleport.
Yeah, that gate crash is weird. Just fakes it, but that's going to give information. They know that Aston's down there now. Skelesis is peeking through, but Master on the other side of the map gets 2 quickly with a Sheriff traded out. D1 wins the Sova battle, but Sky's new weapon, Bandit, making some noise towards Link. And Utah, they haven't gotten any space now, forced to kind of go back towards A with 2 players.
And it looks like they might be getting that space pretty free as they creep up, making sure to clear all of these corners.
This is scary, giving this space like this into a Sheriff and a Bandit. Because they're going to get some angles if they're able to get this spike down. Sight a little bit more protected than it used to be now. As D1's going to go behind the right pyramid and get this down. Now the Broncos know what's up.
Spike planted.
Now the Utes have to be quite careful. There's 3 spots that they can be collapsed on, and there's only 2 guys left.
They're going to probably look for an early kill here to make things a little more tolerable. D1 really out in the open, but Daimyo isn't quite ready, but somehow is actually, and there's only 1 left on point. Mabuto and Daimyo is going to get that spike diffused. Instead, they're going to give it over to probably the most valuable ult on the board, and what an easy retake for the Broncos to get up to 1.
Yeah, and if we're looking at just the setup for how that round started, the Broncos laying that mid wall, at first when you look at it, you'd think they're just going to fight for that mid door space. But actually the idea is, because you can't peek us from mid doors as the attackers, we can walk into elbow for free. And then that's where the real fight happens.
Looked kind of sketchy a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I think if D1 was maybe a bit more ready for this, that could have gone wrong, because if he killed Daimyo, he could have been able to get back sight, but instead Daimyo quick with the adjustment gets that one.
And Sky's purchasing the Outlaw. Such a powerful weapon on this map.
Once again, the same gate crash being placed and faked. Pressure up quickly towards elbow. Skelesis might kind of be in trouble. I don't think he quite knows it yet. Sky's getting 1, and the elbow players are being looked at now. Master walking up, looking for it with the Sheriff, gets a nice little wall bang, in goes the flash, and it's money, finds everything, Master quick shot, and Daimyo gets the second now, again, a 2v5 for Utah.
And it's going to be so difficult for the Utes to try and recover this round. 5 versus 2 against an outlaw while none of them have shields. Certainly just looking for any sort of kills they can get, trying to deny the Broncos their weapons. And that Headhunter.
Ooh, oh, good timing, D1. Ooh, falls to Daimyo. Manages to rally the spray for the final shot, and now it's all on to one. Cause FPS sneaking up, Headhunter in hand, has a chance and gets the first, but now that the Broncos know where he is, it's just a matter of time as they get up to 2 here.
And something that was very interesting about that round was Utah's decision to default on a save round. Typically, on a save, you kind of just deathball and try to kill 1 or 2 people right after the pistol, but
I think they might be feeling a bit more pressure than actually exists.
yeah,
Would
maybe.
you say that's fair?
I would say so, because there's no reason why they couldn't have just thrown out a Yoru flash and tried to
Well,
kill.
A-site's so hard to hold now. Look how much, like, you can't even see A main from mid, so really, I mean, running down now, they've made the adjustment, and Daimyo might not quite be ready for how fast they're up. In goes the metal. Ooh, but the flash is too good. Skelis is able to trade it from backside, makes his life a little bit more meaningful. D1 spotted going backside, 110th plant. Soon on the way, 4v4 now. Skelis has a nice rifle. Flash in hand, out it goes, and Cause is the one to get it actually. Rifle now given to him as well. Wall comes up, Skies able to hit the body shot, but not anything else. But everyone's so low now. Master lining up the shot, it's only on to 1. Cause FPS trying to find it, gets the first, and 30 HP now for Master in a 1v1. Both so low. It's such an important round for Utah. Cause walking up, looking to peek, he can't see the spike. Master taps, holds, but Cause biding his time, peeks, and Master wins it now. And the bonus round claimed for the Broncos.
And that is such an important round. The Utes were very much so favored for it. And so now, as we go into this next round, their economy is going to be a bit in shambles against full rifles.
Maybe this is like mathematical. I don't know if this is based on anything, but it seems like the sites that are easier to take are the hardest to defend for the most part. Maybe that's how they're trying to balance it out, but they got on A super easy, got the plant, but there's so many angles that they can be shot at from.
Yeah, I think they need to take that mid space and keep it as they try to go into the post plant, because there's just not enough angles to hold.
Once again, Daimyo's on this angle. Seems a little scary, could potentially get ran down, but the smoke saves his life. Out goes the metal again, spraying, trying to get something, is gonna get pinged, and now getting ran down quickly, but he adjusts, gets that, and Master backside helps him out even more. Daimyo sneaking through the smoke, classic in hand, looking for another fight. But nothing quite there. Backside, Master gets it again, and once more it's all on to Cause. FPS can't find it. Boise State, a 4-0 lead this quickly.
And that right there is the map talking. Boise State had better guns and just played further back, and Utah can do pretty much nothing about that except just go in and try and get a lucky headshot with a Sheriff that won't even kill.
As you mentioned before, that last round is so important. Look at Sky's money. He has an operator, and he can buy one next round if they lose.
And then another one after.
So much money in the bank, and only light shields across the board for Utah so far.
Utah still going for this default strategy. All the way back there.
Ooh, actually hits the TP. Wall goes down, but Daimyo through the
wall
wall.
bang.
I mean, you can't do that play every time. The adaption's gonna come through eventually, and Daimyo, once again, is the one to do it. Master gate crash sets him up. He was able to get super far down mid. A cool position. And now that he doesn't want to be there anymore, he just dips out. Skies controls all of middle here with this operator. He looks like he might get tested. Daimyo finds another Skies onto Mabuto, gets that, and now 2 players left on stage trying to get something, and instead gets a bullet to the chest. Operator finding everything once again, only cause FPS in elbow. And Spike has been noted in spawn. An impossible Herculean task for cause FPS. Getting tracked down. Skies knows. Adjustment not there, but Shorty comes out. Cloudburst jumping out. And he finds one, and Cause finds the shot. 5-0 now, and that was a bye round for Utah.
Utah has a couple of ults built up, but I wouldn't say they're the ones that would really decide a round, per se. Do you think Daimyo bought the Odin knowing that he might go for that TP play again?
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him.
Because the Odin is a very look, he got rid of the Odin. The Odin's a very strange buy, just on this map in general. So I think he got it just for that purpose, which is a crazy.
Scanning ahead.
Well, it looks like he swapped his gun just in time, because he's going to get pushed once again. Skelis is so much damage with those shock darts. Hunter's Fury comes out from D1. I don't think it's finding anything. Daimyo dodges the flash. Perfect adjustment for the one-tap master through the smoke. On the other end, gets another, and quickly onto a second. Looking for the third now. Once again, it's Cause. One shot off the jump spot, and Skies is faster. 7 more now to go. 6-0 for the Broncos, and Master has not died yet.
This is not a situation you want to be in as Utah, and that timeout makes a lot of sense. They have the econs against them, the ult economies against them, the round counts against them. What do you think they're talking about?
I mean, surely they're looking at the Bronco composition here and kind of, they should be able to get on these sites easier than they are. Into no Sentinel, there's not even really any area denial. There's no incendiaries. There's no, I mean, the shock darts are there from Skelesis, but it's not really the same thing as being unable to go through a place like it's walled. I think, like we'd mentioned earlier, I think they're feeling a lot more pressure than actually exists. They haven't even tested B site yet.
No, they haven't. And I would also maybe argue that it's a case of running solo Viper, because it's you kind of force yourself into one type of strategy, and then if that strategy doesn't work, I wouldn't say it's over for you, but it's a lot hard. Like, it's a lot harder to adapt with one Viper and no other smokes, because you can only cut up the site so many ways with that wall.
It's interesting as well, because we had mentioned pretty much every player on Utah's on their picks, but just in general, I almost feel like bad for not mentioning this earlier. I'm actually shocked. I feel guilty, but Superman is not in this game. He's not playing. It's Mabuto is the backup.
Oh yes,
so
he's the sub.
They don't have the full starting roster as well, which certainly could be contributing to why they're not as explosive. But Master, he's been going for this play every single round, and finally he has a chance. The wall is going to drop, and he gets to look towards top mid. Nothing spotted, though. Gets the first. Has to set up another gate crash. It's gone. Knowing he's under pressure, pops the dimensional drift and escapes into the night. Now able to note all the other players. That's the tour de force spotted. Is he going to test it? I think Master's just going to jump out right on him. Maybe a little ill-advised, but he sets Daimyo up for 2 quick kills down mid, and he's going to escape once again, as the spike is left in spawn for the Utes.
Once again, not the best situation for them to be in. Because from the Utes' perspective, anywhere could be held right now.
And that timing is so crazy from Daimyo. They're going to walk right into it. Actually gets spotted off the jump peak, though, and gets quickly marked by the tour de force. Not dead yet. Gonna give him a second chance. Make it so that Utah kind of has to go somewhere else. Daimyo's running up. He might get a chance here. He could get a kill. Nah, he's going to die. But Skies wins the operator duel. And now only one player left down mid. It's D1. Takes a shot and actually lets the Broncos know where he is. And Skies moving in to cut him off is going to hear these footsteps. The plant has to come down as fast as possible. Oh, just about gets it, I think, but Skies is going to try to get him off. Just has to peek and deliver the shot. 7 wins now for the Broncos.
And now Utah's finally able to buy.
It's been forever since they've had.
What a rough situation there
Yeah.
for D1 to be in. You have to plant the bomb, but you also have a guy aiming a rifle at your head, so.
You shouldn't. It just feels crazy they're even in that situation to begin with, though. Like,
surely they can just pick up the tempo and run into sight.
it feels like the Broncos are playing 5 Sentinel with how much area control they have, but finally the pace has been changed. 1v1 kill contract. Mabuto looking for it. Can't quite get the kills, though. Actually, it's still going down. 2 trades going the other way. Ping comes through. Skelis big damage onto on stage. Doesn't land the kill. Mabuto survives the kill contract, but once again, it's kind of for naught. No space really gained.
And they still have to push into this op. I think the ISO shield is down, correct?
I don't think it's available anymore. That's what you want to peek it first, and now Skies knows players are near. What a shot! An adjustment from Skies and a chance at a second. Sees Mabuto pushing in, and a great shot from him to shut down Skies, as well as D1 getting a one-tap of his own. 2v2 now. Skelis still has utility. Our drone can clear out so much of this space. Checks right, sees the first. Mabuto so low, peeking again. Actually, they're just gonna run it. D1 wins his fight, and it's on to Master versus D1. Both solo once again. Gate crash utilized, but they didn't see him left in time. D1 gets the clutch and puts Utah on the board with 1 here.
And that is such an important round to have. It keeps their economy going just a little bit longer.
Could potentially grab the operator if they wanted.
Yeah. And this play right here, it's secret, like super smart what happened there. Getting hit by the drone on purpose so that your op doesn't have to deal with it, because the strongest counter to an op is a Sova drone.
Yeah. That's kind of team play that we've been seeing out of the Broncos. Aston this time using his dimensional drift, but it's actually used pretty early. I mean, he sees so much, but not really anything gained. Actually just gets back sight. All the Broncos relocate mid, and they just take the fight. Daimyo gets the first, pushing in quickly, has a chance at the second. Fighting cause, gets it, and shut down by
Three-way crossfire.
Three-way crossfire comes through in time, but the rest of the team is here. And there goes the flash, blindside utilized. D1 actually beats it. Finally, Skies' flank is there, and he can't find anything either. Skelis is too. Now, what looked like such a demanding win is now on to Cause, who gets shut down by Mabuto, ready for the off angle, and now 2 rounds in a row for the Utes.
I think if you're Coach K here, you're thinking maybe we stop pushing in super hard.
Yeah, maybe. It seems like just Utah's so slow in general that
it feels wrong not to take the space.
Let them come to us almost.
Spike down, attackers.
Because like right here, you're in a fight. I'm sure
in their spawn.
Daimyo's probably thinking like, okay, it's like a 1v1. They've got some guys B. They've got some guys A. Like, no, they're all just in spawn waiting for you.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I think that switch up has been made.
Yeah, pace just ground to a halt instantly, especially with the Hunter's Fury online. I'm sure Utah want to play slow as well. Owl Drone pings and finds 2. Master has the information, but I think knowing that information, he's a little bit scared. Sets up the gate crash. Daimyo wants to play ahead of this, wants to take the 1v1s early, but nothing's given to him quite yet.
And they note that orb grab, causing a bit of a rotation towards the A side.
So much utility used already in this round, and the attackers haven't really gotten anywhere. Once again, they're just kind of killing clock, waiting for something, and Skelis spots Mabuto on the jump spot, so they know there's a few players here. Daimyo, is he gonna get cheeky? That's a crazy angle to be playing.
Oh my goodness, no cover at all.
Goes a little bit more tucked, and it's gonna be sketchy. Oh, Owl Drone. No one's here to shoot it for him, though. He has to play it himself, and he can't. Aston wins it. And now Skelis is here with ult, probably gonna use it. Has 2 shock darts. It's so valuable. The Viper's Pit comes down as well. And they just have to protect Skelis while he tries to get some damage. That's 80 damage on 2 players. Not anything to scoff at as Cause takes down Aston. A beautiful shot onto Mabuto as well, and almost through the smoke. On stage, almost gets found. Master now moving, taking his opportunity into the corner. He sees him right back out. Takes down the Viper, but it's still a 2v2. Spike is not in a great spot for Utah though. Skelis is on it with the Hunter's Fury. It's popped, and it's perfect timing. Has to tap the bomb again, but only one will find him, and there might not be any time. He has to stick, getting ran down by Cause. What can you do? Actually, a chance.
Gets both, but
Gets both
time
kills,
is on his side.
but not enough time. But that's really good though, because that was a full buy round for Utah. So if you're gonna lose, making them earn it with their money and those ultimates too isn't too bad.
And what we saw right there was, I think, Utah's main strategy, which is farm up the Hunter's Fury, stall the round out long enough, and then just pop it and see if we win. Because that seems like a pretty strong strat, and it would explain the 100 plants.
It's one of those few strats that's like just schematically unbeatable. Like there really isn't any counterplay that you can do to that, because the guy's on the other, he's in a different city shooting you with the Hunter's Fury, but this time it's gonna be B, and Skies is ready. Flash comes through, but he has a better timing. He's just gonna get everybody.
Man.
He's just gonna get everybody. 3 headshots, but he doesn't quite know Aston's in behind him, but Master does. Almost gets the second, but not quite. Cause it's on him now. A thrifty round quickly gained for the Broncos off the hero rifle from Skies.
Oh, that is a
Last round
crazy
before the
play.
switch.
It's just, it's strange to me that they're not ready for that though, at least like a little bit.
Yeah,
like
I
he's
feel
not
like
even
they-
playing like a crazy angle here. This is like
This
default.
is default, yeah.
They just didn't even look, and Skies made them pay. Probably gonna be checking that one in the future.
Yeah, no. That's full trust though in the Sova utility. It just didn't connect, you know?
Maybe feeling a bit scammed from that last round. They want to try it again. They want to run it back. But Skies has changed his position. Ooh, and the clone! The clone eats it! That's so good! Skies
No way!
has every chance in the world, and he gets 2 with it.
Spike down
Cause
B.
evens things back up a little bit. 3 versus 2 now. Last round. Might as well let those ultimates fly. Flash comes through. Master peeking up, and that's he dies with the ult. Quickly, Daimyo trades it back and gets another. So well played for a 9-3 half for the Broncos. As a Yoru main and enjoyer, that is literally like the dream. That is the best play you could ever have, ever.
Yes, like Yoru, you think of Abdullah as the most selfish character, but no, he does everything. Look at that.
And that's not only, because I mean, I don't think Skies would have gotten hit by that anyway, but that's stopping a player from being with the team. Like that guy is 1v1ing a clone in his ultimate while the rest of his team is getting destroyed.
He saved up 7 ult points to take himself out of the round
And
for
one-tap
8
a
seconds.
Clone, yeah, literal punishment. He got timeout. But now attack side, Utah maybe, I mean, they might have been planning their defense heavy. That's also possible, is that they were more ready for defense, had to attack first, and got caught on the back foot, but Cause is going to try and deliver here. A strange angle, but Skies looks like he's ready for it for the most part, and he will be now. Headhunter shots come out. Cause is going to have to leave. Actually gets the first beforehand, but Skies quickly runs him down. On stage is hiding in this smoke. And I think the Broncos might be ready, but on stage, still good for 1. About as much as you could ask for. D1 gets another, and timing. Aston doesn't get him though, the heal. Buys Daimyo a second chance, but all the 1v1s going the way of the Utes this round.
Most definitely. Something to note about just placing down smokes in general is that right there reminded me a lot of Bind. You know the truck and triple? How if you don't smoke shallow enough, then your teammate just gets swung and dies to the spike.
It happens every
Right
game
there.
Bind.
Yeah, it's the same thing right there. You got to be careful as you smoke that, or else you might be giving away a kill.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 1v1. That's a 1-for-1 you're always going to want to take. If someone's planning this spike, you'll trade your life for their life every single time, essentially, if it's an even game. And Cause quickly with the Outlaw finds Skelesis. a slower kind of save round for the Broncos, and they're finding 1v1s at least. Guys actually has a chance, can't quite hit the shot, re-peeking, and it's not there. Only 2 now left, and this almost is exactly what happened to to Utah on their bonus round, or their save round. Interesting. Maybe both teams just getting a bit more acclimated to the attack side of this map.
Yeah, maybe just it's a defense-sided map.
Obito peeking and stutter stepping with the Bandit. Good movement from him. So Utah picks up a second round, and that was flawless.
Indeed. And so something we were saying to look out for was Utah playing the retake. And like you were saying, that definitely is very likely with an op purchase. And it appears that D1 or Cause FPS might be saving up for one of those. Just by the looks of the economy right now.
D1 will certainly have enough money next round, pretty much no matter what happens in this one. The Broncos are looking to go mid, and they don't have light shield, so if Cause wants to peek this, he's going to get punished, and he does quickly. Dart used that notes Cause a main, but this is actually kind of bad now for Utah. They've been cut off a little bit, but D1, a good Marshall shot, evens things up a bit, but Daimyo quickly through with another. Aston, though, quick flank out mid, and now it's all onto one. Our Cause going for it, has to shoot out all the utility, grabs the spike, and Aston actually teleports away. Gives him a bit more time, but plays with the head of Cause. I mean, he literally could be anywhere. 1 minute, though, is so much time to play into this one.
Yeah, from Utah's perspective, Cause could be anywhere.
Toxins going up.
And as the time goes on, their confidence will begin to wane.
I like this wall a lot. Lets him come out, and the longer he waits to tap, they think it's a fake now. Turning away, Utah is going towards B site. Cause has an opportunity, but neither of these teams know where each other is, so it's difficult to want to stick the plant. But I think Cause is going to hit it now shortly. There isn't really any other option.
30 seconds left.
He's going to get this is like a picture-perfect 1v2 situation. He even has a poison orb in his hand.
Yeah, but I think Cause is fishing for a kill here because a 1v2 with the bomb down is a disadvantageous situation.
He's going to have so much time to play, and he planted for main. They are probably going to know about this, but he might have time to do something sneaky.
Oh, that smoke. Very good placement.
I think he's just going to play this one traditionally because that's what he's the best at. Lining up the heads out. He swings, but the knife comes out at the worst time. So unlucky for Cause. Trying to creep around, get right side because they might not expect that, but instead it's Utah picking up a bonus round off the back of 3 kills from Aston that round.
Perhaps that was a mouse scroll wheel incident.
Happens to the best of us.
And now it really is looking quite similar as to the last half, you know?
Yeah, I mean, score-wise,
there's that op. Look, D1 was saving up the op for Cause FPS.
Noble teammate, but instead just goes with the outlaw because look, I mean, he's just shooting
Might as well,
4
yeah.
light shields. He might as well.
Outlaw is arguably better.
He's set up in like, he's going to play mid here, so he's actually in a pretty decent spot, but the Broncos quickly go A. They're going to have a better opportunity than they might think. Skelesis Owl Drone is going to clear that. Mobito can't sit back there for long. Dart goes through with the shield.
Oh, man.
Mobito just gets 2 quick kills, and the rest of the team has to kind of speed up. They don't really have any other options with these weapons. They want to just take the fights, and Mobito gets the ace.
Oh, wait. Isn't he supposed to be the sub?
Ooh, the sub is showing out all of a sudden. I mean, they are eco kills, but confidence is confidence. Now 13 for him as timeout comes through. I think this is probably a great time to be having a timeout.
Yeah, guns are finally, once again, to the side of Boise State, so the timeout does make sense. The big difference I've noticed is Boise State's fighting for that mid space before pushing into the site. And I don't know, it seems to be working to get them onto the site, but then things start to fall apart once the round gets a little bit messy.
Yeah, Breeze is just crazy because you don't really need as like hardcore area denial just because there's so many angles you have to deal with on the map. Like walking into A, they could literally be like a million different corners. There's so many angles you have to contend with, and so I think the players are almost just kind of getting like used to that a bit more. Like,
Yeah.
'cause there aren't really a lot of other maps that are this like brutal and punishing for just peeking out a little too early or making just simple little mistakes, especially that are super easy to make on attack. And yeah, now I mean the score is in danger of getting tied up here. It's 9-7.
And also, utility's just worse on Breeze. Like, your smokes don't control as much space. Your flashes last less long because the angles are longer. And your drones don't reach the enemies. Like, they don't clear every angle. Just, you're working with less, and that matters a lot on the attacking side. Cause with the instant pick.
That's exactly what you wanted. I bet that was probably through a flash, I would imagine. Aston probably went for a flash play and instead got decapitated. And B site's getting pressed now, but Cause has the operator. Not quite what you want to peek into. I think Skies might have seen on stage, but made a step. I don't know if Cause FPS heard that. Holding with the operator, it's so difficult. And just out backside, Daimyo goes, finds the first with a spray, and the operator shot doesn't land either. Now everything going the way of the Broncos. Actually, though, Skies gets found in spawn, leaving it instead to be a 2v4, but a tough one at that. They do have the kill contract from Mabuto if he's looking to try and get an early one, but instead they just go at it as they are. D1 so many angles to try and fight, can't find anything. It's all onto the ISO, and Cause takes him down to stop the bleeding and get the first attack-sided round for the Broncos.
And also, the attack side op is coming out, picked up off the floor from Cause FPS.
Interesting.
That TP was very unfortunate for Cause there.
You just hit it. When you see it's possible, like sometimes you just gotta hit it.
You just gotta press the button and see what happens.
He is gonna reinvest though. Cause FPS does have an operator, so potential battle. Not a lot of actual mid pressure unless Aston goes for it. And that's where Skies is gonna post up his operator.
Out comes that Yoru clone.
Cause is getting ran down, and that might be a guaranteed kill. Unless Skies can get over. Cause can't quite win the fight though, so it's not even tradable anyway. Unless Skies, no, not quite able to see down into main. Nothing given over. That's about as free as a kill you can get. Utes now able to go back into defensive positions, and Daimyo might be more trapped than he thinks he is here.
And now it's Daimyo as the solo smoke.
Skies wants to peek. There's not going to be a shield on Mabuto, but he's hit these shots before. He's fast. Scoped in, hits the one tap, and it's a crazy shot.
Yeah, that is kind of an absurd
Master
shot
gets
to
pinged
hit.
as well. Actually gets it. Quickly traded though. Skelesis has to win a 1v3 with 30 seconds remaining and 30 health left.
Getting the bomb
30
down
seconds
is
left.
very
30
important
seconds
here
left.
because he needs either a kill or a bomb plant to get his ult guaranteed off of dying.
He is.
But he
given
can play
to
for
him.
the win here because of how things are set up.
Yeah, I mean, since no one's on site holding him, he has more of a chance than he probably should.
10 seconds left.
As long
10
as he
seconds
does
left.
actually stick the spike, he might just get swung by on stage. Posts up,
That plant.
gets the plant, and Util's recharge now, and he's just gotta hit some one taps. I leaned in my chair. I'm trying to lean back. Skelesis has an opportunity, head held in really great position. Now ready for the second. Mabuto held for.
And the Hunter's Fury is online.
Hunter's Fury's up, has a chance to reposition to window if that's what he wants. Cause FPS defusing the spike, peaks. Hunter's Fury comes through, but Cause is just gonna stick the spike. Oh no, Skelesis gets the kill, but the round goes the way of Utah.
At the very least, a slight impact to Utah's economy, but that's not the type of round you want to lose.
Well, yeah, and I mean, it's easy to just be like, oh, he should have peeked him, but like, that's crazy that
Yeah.
Cause FPS is holding the spike there a guy
Yes.
jump spots and he's like, I'm just gonna hold.
I'm just gonna keep holding
I
it.
understand. Like that's one of those mental plays. It's like a bit of like a chess match that you might like. It looks weirder than it actually was. Like he thought off the jump
out of
spot
my
Cause
way.
was gonna get off the spike.
Yes,
So.
and you got to remember the situation was very, very distraught to begin with.
Yeah, well, look how fast Daimyo is in this site. Has the not dead yet and wants to make some noise. There goes Mabuto, so clean, but can't hit the shot on stage. Gets it finally, and he gets another as well. Hunter's Fury is baited out though from D1, which is probably more than they could have asked for on a round like this that is looking to be over already, unless more magic like last round can be made. Cause is just holding a little gremlin angle. They're gonna have to walk through so much to get there, and I think maybe just waiting to see if something's gonna be given to them first. Cause is walking up, Cause versus Cause duel, potentially on the cards, and played perfectly. A headshot even hit. Backside, they've heard the teleport, but Cause is ready. Other Cause is ready for that as well. Grabs the handle, and backside has a chance. It's practically deathmatch here as all the util comes through.
30 seconds
Playing
left. 30
slow,
seconds
Cause
left.
wants to try and isolate these fights.
Oh!
What a shot on the first player! And noted the second. The movement so perfect so far, but the time is not. 18 seconds. Blindside comes through, and it's only so much Cause can really be expected to do here. 10-9 now.
That flick.
That was a crazy
Do we
shot,
have the
man.
replay? I need to see it again.
I think it's this right here. Ready for literally
30
everything.
seconds left.
My
I love the ones
goodness.
that like you aim a little bit past them too, so it's just like, oh, we got it.
He didn't even stop. He
Just
just
fate.
clicked as he
It's
was
just
swinging.
fate. This could be crazy here. Look how ready the Utes are for this push. It's 5 deep A main, but Mabuto now the top frag, and this could be
the
so
undercut.
big. Undercut hits 5 with the dart. Oh, I'm actually surprised I didn't see 5 players get killed by a shock dart there. The combination worked exactly as they wanted, but now instead the Broncos managed to dodge it, and out they go. Dart comes through, could be so good for Skies actually. Maybe glad that he didn't hit that decoy there, as he's allowed to creep up into this new cheeky little corner that wasn't here on Breeze before, as the plant is looking to come down as Daimyo stops that. Mabuto as well through the smoke, can't get anything.
Time to jump.
And the Viper's Pit is coming out,
Wow.
just securing this round against that tour de force.
Smart play. There's just rounds you need to win, and this is one of them. Shorty's committed, showing that this was what they were thinking about doing before. And on stage, might test it. Skies is ready, but the timing sees the barrel and flicks over. Little overheat there. D1 cleans that up, but you've earned a peak. Skies with that shot, you've earned a peak. The
I
rest of
see.
Utah, I think, just looking to save as the Broncos now up to 11. Only 2 more rounds needed for the win on map 1. It's been a messy ride, sketchy so far, but they're getting there nonetheless.
And yeah, that Viper's Pit, it was very intentional, because if you look at how the Broncos were pushing side at the start, they sent 5 down A main. Usually they have someone mid, just to be able to play the round out later. So it was pretty obvious that's what they were thinking the whole time.
It's glad to see plays like that just kind of being utilized, especially on a map. I mean, I've said it a million times, but they haven't played as much as the rest just because it's so new. It's nice to see stuff like that. And the operator hasn't been getting as much value now from Cause FPS as it was on those first couple rounds when he was shooting with that outlaw. Now the money's not there, and things are starting to slip a bit for Utah.
Yeah, I feel like he hasn't had many opportunities. Just every time the Broncos go to a different site or Cause hits a good wall and it smokes him off, it's just, there's not really much he can do about it.
Seems like they kind of play their defense very similar to how they played their attack, which, you know, is just kind of just wait around and wait for the opportunities. Didn't really work super well on attack, but defense, that definitely can. Being patient and counting on your players to hit those plays, like Mabuto just in A main, just getting 1 or 2, like counting on their players to be able to get plays like that.
The downside of playing like that, of course, is the ult orbs almost always go the way of the attackers, which creates a small advantage over time. And if you don't pay attention to it, it can cause you to lose rounds that you don't want to lose.
Speaking of cause, he's actually changed to A site mid here. And off this noise, he's going to go for it. Clone coming out, Owl Drone as well. So much utility used. Master, do you hit that gate crash? No, he doesn't. Mabuto takes one and is quickly traded. Not dead yet. Utilized. D1 ping through the smoke. It's Master, but Daimyo creeping up and choosing this as his moment. Good movement, but Cause is quick with the headhunter. Skelesis getting 2, but things have evened up now. 2 versus 2 as the spike comes down. Operator getting its value, and what a snake bite. Skelesis good positioning for a 3rd player, but he's not ready for Cause to peek him left. Adjustment not there. 1v1 once again. Cause, what do you have through the smoke? Spraying, and Cause wins it. Peeks out and is able to steady the spray for one last shot to get the Utes up to 10.
Clutch.
And that is a very close round. And look at Utah's just ult economy.
Feels like,
Last player standing.
I mean, in Valorant terms, I don't mean this in like a mute, just it feels like a bit of a throw that round, just a little bit, you know, like
Swinging into
or
yellow.
Like Skelis is like
the second.
Yeah, he's just open to a lot of angles. I think when you're feeling yourself, you're hitting those shots, you want to almost set yourself up to hit those shots. But
Yes.
like maybe it's better to have him walk at you at that op. I don't know. Maybe wish to have that one back, because now they have to go back to the drawing board, and mid is the destination. Good blindside once again, buys Master some space, but is he ready for on stage? Not quite, but it doesn't end up costing him his life quite yet. Clove smoke down towards mid, gives Cause FPS a nice angle. Sky's one shot as well, damage going the other way, and in goes the kill. Actually good for Skies because he gets healed to full, has a chance, but Mabuto is clean so far in these ults today. He's won every one of them. Skies being the latest victim, and it's back to the drawing board once again here for the Broncos.
As they try to figure out where exactly they can go. It seems like the Broncos are coalescing towards B site, maybe getting ready to push in.
On stage is there to meet him. In an interesting position, out they go. Are they aware of this player? Has a Guardian though, so not the best gun. On stage gets the first, and now they know. Ooh, but a second. Don't want to give that one away. But Daimyo in the chaos has crept up on site and gets Aston. Now things even back up a little bit more. 2v4, still very winnable for the Broncos if they can deal with this flank. Cause, he can't really move anywhere, has to wait for the smoke to come out before he can walk towards it, and they're ready for D1, but the timing could be so sketchy. D1, perfect walk out, but Cause gets caught. Mabuto, the first, Daimyo, all on him, has to play, flank, not found. D1 gets it again, and Utah win another nail biter to even the score up at 11-11 here.
And now it's getting awfully close to overtime. And with the economy that the Broncos are boasting right now, it might be that they have to play for overtime.
This is gross. Like you said, you don't really want a full buy. I mean, you want to because you want to win this one and then win the next and not go to OT. But if you spend all your money and you lose, you might not even get the chance.
Do you take the light shield rifle now or the heavy shield rifle later?
It looks like the consensus isn't really in. Daimyo hero rifle maybe looking to go in first and try and get something, but the Dimensional Drift and the Viper's Pit are online. In goes the Hunter's Fury. Mabuto trying to get found from it, but they can't get it. Mabuto still getting kills back sight. One and a second from D1. Ooh, and a beautiful shot from D1 as well. Master quickly trades it, and Skelesis has been so good in these spots, but what can you do? Trades out his weapon, 5 HP for Master. It's so sketchy. Skelesis gets taken down, and Master 5 HP. And a dream. He would love to get this round, but he can't even get a rifle, and the right click jump spot does it as Utah get to match point here. And shout out to Mabuto for showing up and being the top frag when you're shouting out Superman, saying, oh, like, oh, he's going to take over. You're going to be saying his name a lot, and instead,
the sixth man comes in.
The sixth man comes in, a bit of a Boise State type situation here. Sixth man coming in and showing up, but it's not quite over. The Broncos actually managed their economy a bit better than I gave them credit for. Able to full buy here, but no ultimates is tough.
It is very difficult, and the Viper's Pit pretty much just cuts off one of the sights.
Ooh, Skies is lucky to dodge that, and even has a chance at another, but Mabuto, quick swing, gets it. Daimyo able to trade on a cause FPS, but once again, Skelesis in an unwinnable situation as Utah wins the first map of Breeze, a 9-3 comeback at that.
Oh, man. And so we've seen Utah win on Abyss against the Broncos, and we were saying Abyss and Breeze are probably the most similar maps. So I wouldn't say this was expected, but it was,
I mean, we knew
the closest thing that...
We knew we were in for at least some sort of a fight, but
yeah,
my goodness, Daimyo really well played, but again, it was a group effort.
Look at D1's econ rating.
11 assists too, great game. Only 4 plants now, only up to 112, but this is going to be kind of a test of that mental we were talking about. I mean, it's easy to have great vibes and you're winning all the time, but now off to a bit of a, they got hit first here. I mean, they lost the first map, and now they're going to need to go into Haven, and which is another map that Utah likes, and they're going to have to put on a statement here, I think.
Yeah, Haven's another one of those maps where if you want to, you can just pick 5 lineup characters and retake the site with a bunch of util. It's something that maybe they will do because, like we've been saying, they like to play for those retakes. But I think the bigger thing is the attacking half, because, you know, if you can go from winning 3 on the attacking half to 4, that's percentage-wise a pretty huge increase, and
yeah,
it would mean quite a bit.
Well, and we talk about this. It's not like it's kind of like a thing that happens a lot with this team, which is when on the maps that they lose, it does kind of just seem to be like a lot of just gunfights. You know, rarely do we see the team kind of get like out-thought, out-planned, out set played, but like just that last round, Mabuto just walks out A main into a guy holding him and crouches and one taps him. You know,
yeah.
It's like when you're hitting those, like it's difficult, and I think like it can kind of make you a little mad. You know, it's like how is this working for them? Because their defensive setup, they were literally just having him just play back sight. Like, just ISO backside A was their defensive setup, and he was always good for 1 or 2. And when you can just consistently rely on your players to not even need support and not even need util, like, on paper, it's not the best play, but when it works, it works. And I think we're seeing kind of a bit of the evidence of that right now.
It almost makes you think maybe just draft a comp that can deal with that type of thing.
But of course, thank you to ICCU for your continued support of Boise State Esports. Thanks to ICCU, Boise State Esports has won multiple national championships, 6 now, and piled up more than 1,500 wins. ICCU, looking after your daily balance. Visit iccu.com.
But yeah, like I was saying, well, we'll get back to it, but
yeah, I mean, we've got so much to talk about. We can save a little bit for it. We can save a little bit for when we come back from this break, because players have a bit to think about here. And so I'm interested in seeing how they adapt going on to this Haven, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. is finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great. Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
No. Come on, where is it?
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app here. Any chance you're missing a debit card? Let's get that taken care of for you. With ICCU's card control, you can turn any card off with the tap of your finger.
You've got it.
And back on again. Out, 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 out. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Since you guys have been in here, some things have changed. We've updated this place to be in its final form. New cabinets, new counters, all sorts of new stuff in here. This has turned into a place that wouldn't look out of place at an SEC or Big Ten football facility, and Dairy West has allowed us to have it here. We've taken a holistic approach to our player nutrition, and we're really thankful that Dairy West has made sure that our fueling station is the best in college esports and really at industry standard for any college athletic department.
It's me, your Idaho Central Credit Union app. Rough morning. Is that a mobile deposit? I got this. Beat it, Charlie. We're making money moves here. Cha-ching. And done.
Charlie, come on, outside.
Sorry about the mess. I'd help if I had hands. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Hello and welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena, where there's a little bit of script reuse going on right now as the Broncos lose the first map 11-13, very similar to their fall matchup in which they lost the first map of Abyss 12-14, but I would say it's a little bit different in the fashion in which it happened. Utah able to come back from a 9-3 deficit, and now the vibes being a little bit tested as the Broncos go on to maps that they might be a little bit more comfortable on.
Yeah, and with the Broncos on the back foot here, I guess the question in the air is, was that just Utah's pick? Is that the thing going on here, or
is there something
more? Yeah, exactly.
Something more devious at play here, because great. I mean, it wasn't. I said at the start, I was like, it's got to be some guy stepping up. Like it's going to be the individual players here, but no, not really. I mean, everyone just did what they were kind of relied upon to do there for the Utah squad, and it worked out. I mean, worked out extremely well, especially on defense. And like I'd mentioned, I think they were a bit more ready for that defense than they were for that attack. They probably picked it with that in mind, but they got it to work in the end.
Yeah, and something we were seeing a lot was just like mainly Mabuto, but a lot of people just stand there and kill everybody. And the only way you really deal with that is just Molotovs, right?
Yeah, essentially like zone control. But now, I mean, Haven and Breeze are very different maps for the most part in terms of one is very large. I mean, Haven's decently big, but it's not open space. There's a lot more Sentinels being played, stuff like that. And I think one thing to note, I just pulled up some statistics, and Mabuto was 5-1 on first kills, first deaths, but Aston was 1-7. So it's interesting, like, it seems like depending on the look that they kind of had, like that attack, they were relying on the Yoru to get the entries, and it didn't work. But then on the defense, they were getting all those entries and winning the round, so that might be an interesting thing to keep track of. Is seems like the team that gets that first pick is kind of able to transfer that into a win more often than not.
Yeah, very able to leverage it.
And D1 had a 92% KAST.
That makes sense.
I mean, that's the Sova map, though, and going on to Haven. Haven is a good Sova map as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of important lineups that I'm sure he knows that prevent a lot of plays for the defenders, so it'll be interesting to see how they play it. But what you were saying about how Haven's different, it's more enclosed, and how I was talking about how maybe a Molly would be good here, it makes even more sense on Haven because it like we're saying, it's an enclosed map. You throw out a giant circle that they can't stand in, and then all of a sudden the site push becomes a lot easier.
Also talking about just how the 1v1s are going, though, like, Haven's not really a 1v1. You're not really taking 1v1s on Haven. Like,
well,
I mean, you can take 1v1s on any map, but, like, it's not like I'm wide swinging this guy mid, he's wide swinging me mid for the most part. Like, it's more of that default than boom,
yes,
we're going C site. Like, but that could kind of play into the retakes that Utah like to do. So we've got an interesting one at hand here.
And here's a bit of the action going around the PEC right now.
Ooh.
Michigan State versus Syracuse is what we're interested in.
Syracuse got a map.
Oh, that's right. We started an hour later.
So I mean, so far it looks like Michigan State is in the driver's seat, at least on this split, but Syracuse getting a map is very interesting. Punching up quite a bit.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this comp, trying to take it all in so quickly. What's going on? It's a little bit too much, but now we've got to focus at hand. Players trying to refocus here, recenter, get those vibes back on track. Maybe think about what they've got going into this next map. Because Haven, I mean, I feel like I don't see it a ton. At least they don't. The Broncos don't pick it a lot in PEC. Like, seems like they've definitely got some games on it, but it's kind of interesting. Like the players are just like a little bit off roll. Like as Coach K had mentioned to us, they don't really have like a KJ, like someone who's just like, oh, I just play KJ.
Yeah, and Killjoy is important on the map because she controls garage for you,
Yeah.
and that all of a sudden, instead of having to put one dude at every spot on the defense, you free up somebody, and you don't have to just rely on the 1v1s. Which, as we're saying, that's probably something you don't want. Is relying on the 1v1s, especially into this comp.
I mean, typically, yeah, this team is insane with the utility. And even in a game that they lost, I mean, they had so much control of it, of course, in the attack side, and just weren't able to rally all the way back. But it's practically we're 0-0 now. Just focus on this one, focus on the next one. And it would be Corrode last map, which Broncos haven't lost on Corrode yet.
Yeah, something that's kind of a superpower about this team is the mental reset. Like between games, there's not really any like tilt going in or like disappointment in how they perform. They just see it as the next game, and then they give it their best. And that's something that, like, it's one of those X factors just that we've been talking about.
even on a map that wasn't their pick, some of that stuff, like I was just watching the replays, I was thinking about this again.
This play
like,
specifically.
Yeah, this is an insane play for a map you don't really even play that much. They're clearly thinking about a lot of stuff, so just a bit of execution issues, but interesting going on to the next one. Like, it's going to be... We haven't seen Haven just in a long time in general, especially just since the map rework as well, so...
Yeah, the rework is very minor. It's the mid-window peak, you can no longer be spammed as an attacker just to start it out, which is... It is a change. It's a quality of life change, if anything.
Makes it a bit easier to play, but do you remember we heard just some chatter around the arena? I heard some guy say, Cypher's low-key broken right now.
Cypher's
OP right now,
Cypher's
I swear.
OP, I swear.
And I guess we'll get to see if that's true or not, because Cause FPS is locking it in for Utah.
Seems like
very different compositions here.
The rumor may have traveled.
As we get into map 2, match point. Broncos have to win this one to go to a map 3 on Corrode. Utah right now in the driver's seat after a great comeback map 1, but they have to keep up the momentum and keep it going into a resilient Boise State team here on Haven.
And they're just hitting the ground and running by the sound of the audio.
See it right there. There's the metal sheet that they put in front of the window. So many people were getting fried through that, but Cypher, it's been so long since we've seen a Cypher. I mean, the players haven't forgotten how to play against Cypher.
That's what the argument was.
Just like, they literally said that.
Yeah, they said Cypher's secret OP. People don't even know how to shoot his trips out anymore.
Well, hopefully that they're an exception to their own rule, as 3 bandits on the attacker's side. Utah, very interesting, but they're pushing straight into the C-stack here. Film might have been studied. Cause ready, wants another peek. It's a little bit of damage, but instead aiming for the dart. So ready, and Skies gets it. The dart, so good from Skelesis as well. Pings everything, and it's just a firing range down C long. Only the Cypher, the last one, push into it, and Skelesis peeking him, toying with him with the bandit. Can't quite hit the shot though, but Master can. Flawless round to get into this from the Broncos. This series, they've had a 66% pistol win percentage.
Indeed they have.
Maybe they heard my stat working on that. And look at that, I mean, you can't teach that kind of stuff. Cause takes the shot and then immediately just pre-aims the dart. The dart doesn't even arrive, but I love that kind of stuff. And such a great set play there for Skies. Should be dead to rights from the Paranoia, but instead able to get one and a little bit more.
Yeah, just the Sova dart coming through, ensuring that the Paranoia is just useless.
Oh,
you can still spam!
Oh man, Skelesis does not really care about that flimsy little tin sheet on the wall. Goes through as the rest of Utah try and get something back mid, but there's nothing really to be gained. So low now. ISO has to try and walk into this, but Mabuto, it's just not enough. 27 HP, that's a one shot from the Spectre. Can't really play into this. Instead, looking for those close range bandit headshots, but he might find Cause instead. Bandit duel goes his way. Interesting Ares skin towards B. Skelesis is ready for the pressure, but it's not coming towards him. I think Skies is ready for this play. On stage has been noted, and Skies takes him right out. One last player, the Killjoy. Boise State, it's going to be Daimyo, backside on A to face the push.
One enemy remaining.
And he gets the first bandit in hand onto the second, and Cause eliminated. Bit of gun game from Daimyo as the Broncos get up to 2 with another flawless round.
And look at that buy from Skies. The bandit last round, and now he has just a bunch of money, able to buy an outlaw and still have enough to buy the following round.
I think that's where the bandit is really useful, is for that like second round bonus economy.
Yeah, it really is just an anti-eco gun. It's kind of, a second Outlaw, but like worse, you know? Because like it's
Yeah,
the Outlaw, but you have to hit their head. Think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard gun to use. It's very, very inaccurate. But already, I mean, kind of hard to tell off just 2 rounds, but 2 flawless rounds. I mean, the Broncos, the vibes haven't been sullied too much by that map loss, and not a lot of value from the pushes so far from Utah. Kind of getting caught early, like we'd mentioned, those first kills, kind of determining it a little bit.
Yeah, well, also just the 5-man push strategy doesn't work the same way as it does from Breeze, because on Breeze, you know, you're pushing in and there's a lot of space, but on Haven, you're walking shoulder to shoulder directly into Skelis's Ares, and it's like, maybe this isn't the best strategy.
Well, I mean, already, I don't know exactly what the ratio would be, but both teams have been winning way more defense rounds than they've been winning attack, and that theme is kind of continuing here. So I think it's going to be kind of the first team to break through and win more on their defense. We'll get some, but Utah seems to not necessarily a second half team, but they lost, 7 rounds in a row on Breeze, and then got
Just
that
came
up to
back.
3 and then kept going from there. So seems like they're good to do adaptations when they have to. We had mentioned that before, and yeah, they're going to have to do some here already. Maybe this little tech pause might be a nice chance to catch their breath here.
Yeah, especially as they're going into their rifle round. It would, if there's any round that you want a tech pause to happen, which probably is none. Well, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I wasn't insinuating.
Okay,
No, I was just saying it's quite fortunate for them.
Yeah, just get a chance to calm down going into their rifle round, because they've been winning those 1v1s so far. Their aim has been there, but you know, at any moment, just takes a couple 1-taps to kind of send you back. Your ego send you back to earth.
And especially, they're on those light shields, and we saw the Outlaw being purchased, which, like, that is a recipe for disaster most of the time.
I think I like seeing the Outlaw a lot now, because I think I feel like the Bandit's going to kind of be the same way, where at the start when it came out,
no one uses it.
No one used it. Everyone's like, why would I buy this gun? It's just pointless. But now, like, when you think about it a little harder, it has a lot of just really nice use cases. Like this round in particular, it's like, okay, they bought Util last round. We know they're going to be on light shield. Same with the Bandit. Like, it's basically, I like that. It's just something you got to think about a little more in terms of the economy.
Yeah, and it's because of how it works on the defense, where if you're super close, it one-shots even heavy shield to the head. You can play it kind of like a shorty, but you also get to play the rest of the round afterwards.
Yeah, you don't have to like drop your classic and do some crazy maneuver in order to keep a tolerable gun going forward. So far, Cause has been delivering. 4 assists from Master is also crazy, and like as we mentioned, flawless rounds are insane. That means like that's normally if you get a couple kills on your bonus or your pistol, your eco, that's money that can go towards buying a shield. And now they could potentially be Outlaw victims.
All of them are Outlaw victims. I just saw the economy there.
No peeking.
It doesn't look like they're going towards the Outlaw at all. Instead, towards C site. They accelerate. Skies is so ready, and he even knows about another, but Cause gets it. Cause FPS, great shot. That could have been a collateral, and bad news actually is Aston so low. Daimyo holding Stinger in hand, and Cause again, great for the adjustment. Keeping themselves alive, but they're so low. Master is gonna do so much damage still. As soon as I shout someone out, Cause just shuts them down every time. 3 kills so far this round, finally pinged, and that shock dart surely is gonna get him down so low. Skelis is trying to spray. 4 for Cause. Ooh, wow, what a shot. That's insane from Cause FPS. Cause might be getting his Cause chain snatched again.
Not again.
My goodness.
It can't be 2 series in a row.
And that's like, they're like eco aces. They're like, oh yeah, they're just running into the up. That he earned every one of those kills.
Like the entire time.
Wow, so aim still certainly there, at least for one of the players, but still no one yet to get on the board except for him for Utah.
Yeah, a bit of a strange looking scoreboard, but they have the Neural Theft, which is a really strong ultimate.
Outlaw again, I really like this. That spray gives Skies area to walk out main, but Daimyo is the one getting pressed. Down a good smoke, lets him live a little bit longer. And the push kind of gets stalled out. It's really good now as Skies can reposition. He is open for the time being. A strange little dance here between these two teams.
But it seems like a little bit of space is being given to the attackers. And it might be that
Owl drone.
realizes.
Oh, almost didn't even spot anything, but instead, Daimyo shoots it, but that's not really crazy info. Instead,
Spike
Skies
down,
gets
mid.
the spike.
Down,
That's
mid.
crazy info, but Kaz has walked up. Skelesis is holding it though. He's ready with the Odin, and that's such an important kill. Skies now moving towards Mabuto, who's so good at those holds. Mabuto really can't be moved if he's on that crouch hold, and another one for him. Quickly traded out, but they go both ways, and now, hold on, it's a 1v2. What seems so easy at first now is going to be a tough
30 seconds
retake
left. 30 seconds left.
for Boise State's cause here.
The man we call the Clutch King. We'll see if he lifts to the title here. It's
Spike planted.
a bit of a difficult situation for him.
It's just so much to clear, but at least no smokes. That would make things even harder, but he has to contend with every single angle. But I like the pace he's going with is fast enough that he has time to clear everything.
And that orb.
It's a good orb. Very good. Lets him creep out on the side, and if he knows, he could snakebite that corner. It's likely someone standing there. Gets so much space. Doesn't see the foot though, but they're both here. He could have a chance. He's gonna tap because of the smoke from his teammate, but no time left. Tries to get half. Gets the first. Has to stick though. It's not enough time as Aston wins the round despite Kaz's best efforts, as now the score is evened up 2-2. And man, sometimes I don't even like being able to see him through walls because I'm like, just come, just swing it. Come on, you got that.
Yeah. The tension from not being able to see definitely.
My mom originally, she didn't know. Obviously, she doesn't play a lot of video games, but she watches the broadcast just for fun to support me. Because shout out, Mom. But she didn't know that not all the players couldn't see each other through the walls. So when I explained that, she's like, "Oh, I get it now. Like that game's actually pretty hard." Like I was just like, "He's right behind you." But no, the players can't see that, so instead it's a mystery game, and Skies, although he can't see through the smoke, it looks like he can. Kill contract. Mabuto's so good for these so far, but actually loses to the Stinger. Wins all the other ones except for the one he probably should win. As what a kill from Skelesis. That really changes things now. Utah has to go towards A. Once again, it's going to be Daimyo holding, and he's in such just a suspicious corner. No one even here to watch his trade quite yet, but the judge comes through. An upgrade for the gun is right there. Tucks into the smoke, dodges the dart. Well played, perfectly played by Daimyo to get that and get out.
And then he gives the rifle away to his
Oh
healthier
my
teammate.
goodness. What a team player. What a unit holding down this A site. Utah, knowing that they don't have time, can't leave, but the Broncos know the same thing, and they're not moving.
30 seconds left. 30
Daimyo gets a better gun upgraded, but he's not picking it up. Instead, opting for the right click. Not supposed to trust it, but he does. Kaz, looking for that angle, goes as far away as he can for the peek. But takes a bit of chip, now swings, and hold on! The push is coming through, and it's perfect! Kaz gets everything! Now, so little time! Master gets it, 1v1, D1 is peeking, but Master clutches it out! And that has to be the unbottled play of the game for Master.
That was your unbottled play of the game, presented by local dairy farm families. Perform, refuel, recover, repeat. Visit unbottled.com to learn more.
What an insane round to win, man. As soon as Kaz FPS walked out and hit those two shots, I was like, oh man, not another one, like where it just slips away from you in an instant due to just quick little 1v1s. But what a crazy play from that, because that saves their economy too.
Yeah.
That's like
And
about a crucial round as you could clutch.
I don't know if you kind of saw with D1, but because the pick-me-up was used, like D1 expected him to be there and then didn't see him.
He was just too fast.
Yeah, he was too
he
fast.
Hit the Ferrari peak.
It was crazy.
And that's the kind of stuff of that's like our kind of comfort picks because Master, I mean, he's been playing so much Clove. It's an agent that he really feels comfortable on and just drops a million kills every game, right? And last match, just due to him being the one who knows how to play the Yoru, they had him on the Yoru and then had Daimyo on the Clove, but now he's back on his comfort pick and he's showing exactly why he likes to pick it. He has some of the best smokes, man. Like, even that round that Cause was trying to clutch, that smoke really gave him a good chance there.
Yeah, it made it like from an unwinnable round to a very winnable round. And yeah, you can't really just
economy is
that.
just so good now for the Broncos. Things are safe, but a B push is coming through. Skies is getting tested, but he's going to fall off, not take anything he doesn't need to yet. Shoots the clone. They know he's here now, but you can't really come into that. It's too many players. They have to go Garage instead, and Daimyo's changed his position and ready. Mabuto, there hadn't been a player in window before now, and now it works. Master gets the spike as well. Exploration on every part of the map leads to great rewards here. 3v5.
Halodrone pinging in mid. It makes the Utes kind of slow down. Trying to just wait out that util.
Wow. And I just mentioned the smokes, and look how good this one is.
Oh, man.
I mean, you now need one person for the entire right side of the map. Everyone else can leave and hold. Skies gets the information, doesn't even peek, just holds his time and waits for a better opportunity. Looking for Onstage. This is a critically important 1v1 because if Onstage wins, he can smoke and push the site. The smokes come through first, and a pixel angle from Skies. Instant reaction time. Aston, though, still stands, but Daimyo quickly changes that. 4 now for the Broncos.
And that was a real important round because, I mean, you saw that the Broncos were on $100 for each person. Like,
yeah. Another just critical one, and I really like how Skies played that round. Like, being a duelist, you want to just take the fight, but taking the fight, like, it's not a 50-50, it's like a 60-40, because if you lose as a defender taking a 1v1 on site, they're just going to run on site and plant.
Yeah.
So I love the wherewithal to just kind of wait and bide his time there.
And it looks like Utah might be going for a default once again.
And not a lot of money to work with, so it's kind of just what they're going for, but nothing's really being offered to them yet. They want to try this Garage, but Daimyo is just ready. Mabuto peeking it. You know he can be good for those, but both players manage to leave with their lives, and Daimyo backs up and dodges the paranoia. Now has a chance to play into it. Headshot through the wall. Skies is going to finish off that, and Master through mid as well. Critical kills. Now he can get a little creative. Pushing out, sees one, and just calm little aim on that guy. Beautiful shot from Master. 8 kills now for him, and Spike remains in spawn. D1 walked up so far, and Skelis is ready. How is Skelis so aware of this? But maybe awareness, I guess, is different from readiness, I suppose. As D1 gets that and gets a rifle now towards A, the rest of the team can go, and D1's trying to get any fight he can get, trying to give his team a bigger advantage, but Master shuts that down right away. Cause FPS the only one left, and everyone is running him down. Skies is the one to do it. Updraft Shorty now. 5 rounds for the Broncos.
And so many of the Broncos lived that round, so they're going to carry those rifles into the next one, further cementing their lead in the economy. It's looking harder and harder as Utah, and when their rifle round comes up, which I believe is now, they might want to use their ultimates here.
It's tough though, they don't even have ult advantage. Look at that.
Yeah. Especially the Viper's Pit, the lockdown.
I mean, if they start using ults, I'm sure the Broncos are going to be happy to match, and I think they have better ults just categorically across the board for the most part. Like, they've got the lockdown, they've got Viper's Pit, Hunter's Fury, not dead yet. Even the way Master plays is so valuable, so What a lineup. I love that. Shout out production. We saw that. Good shot. Beautiful. We got to see the lineup, and Master gets to see everyone out mid. Walks up so far. Skelesis, pixel angle. Not quite found it, but he really just wants to play for Chip. He's got all the shock darts, the Hunter's Fury ready. He's going to ping, and I think he's going to try and get a kill off this, I bet. In goes the dart, and Abuto actually gets 2 first. Hunter's Fury comes through. It's getting countered. Daimyo lockdown used. Think it's going to get broken. Master now peeking forward, gets a second and only onto 1. Aston, 2 gets 3. Hold on now. A clutch situation for Daimyo, who gets it. Crazy around. Daimyo stops the slippage. Wow, I mean, it's like when you have something in your hand and like starts sliding out, you just quickly catch it, because oh my goodness, Aston got 3 real quick there. That looked like a convincing victory for the Broncos, but what we mentioned kind of transpired, where as soon as they started using those ults, they got instantly matched, and now they're kind of back on uncomfortable money.
Yeah, uncomfortable money, but they definitely have good ults now with the Dimensional Drift online. And
wow, that was crazy.
That was absurd.
It would have been another round where would have
yeah,
just
look, they're opting to buy.
Ooh.
Looking for possibly
That's
the kill
a gamble.
contract.
I get it. Being at 6-2, you need your economy to get going soon, but what is this play? Daimyo walks up C main, and he's not even going to get cleared most likely, because they just see Cause. They just know about Cause, but it doesn't even matter if they know. He's still good for 2. Daimyo gets another still back sight on stage, the only one to try and contend with it. Ping comes through. Sky's looking for the shot, but instead it's Daimyo to get it. 7 rounds now for Boise State, and that is a crazy play to go for. And you just walk out, walk straight into Cubby, and he just gets away with it too.
What's craziest is like what caused it. That's not supposed to happen.
He's getting marked and pinged.
He's getting spam pinged by the Yoru, and then he just kills his team.
Aston's like
through the shield.
Aston's looking at him like, guys, can we? I think maybe if I was him, I would have stood behind him and been like, spray me, spray me, spray me.
No peeking.
It's the Yoru method, but instead it's a dimensional drift used on a round not gained. And Cause can watch so much from this position. Utah trying to slow down, but the Broncos are getting cheeky. They're holding these crazy corners that you might not expect. It's been working out almost every time, but the weak side is A. It looks like that got figured out pretty quickly by Utah. It looks like they made the right read here. So, well called from them here, it looks like.
Yeah, it seems like they were creeping up and they just kind of knew, but do they know about the fast flank coming through here?
Ooh. The trip is so valuable for stopping this. I think you just have Skies updraft it and have Master go the other way, which I think is exactly what they're
going
doing.
For, yeah.
Because it's a great play. They're not going to quite know about the flank. Master can back up the rest of the team, and Skies now has a window to get active. Creeping up. No one knows he's quite behind. The trip is in tow, but the longer he waits, the more they might think about it. He goes now and shoots a little early. Now pushing the tempo. Can't quite find the second, but now the floodgates break through. Master pushing, trying to get another. Skelesis is the one to try and do it instead. Jumps up on Heaven, and Cause versus Cause goes the way of the Broncos. Money now thoroughly in their pockets. 8 for them. And that round was still a little bit sketchy. I think if they had rifles, that could have been messy, but a great read from both teams here. Just good, smart play.
Yeah, and also the updraft over the tripwire. You'll see as it happens, Daimyo was sitting there waiting for first contact to be made because he knows.
And then he's going to break it as
if he breaks the trip and creeps up, no one's going to be looking for him because there's so much chaos going on site.
Enemy remaining.
Yeah. Really well played. I think the Boise State mid-rounding has always been like just those minor details that can make or break a round that you might not think of has always been kind of their strong suit. Skelesis, of course, a great IGL for the team, and A-site again kind of left open. That means that kill contract not going to find anything. 7 ult orbs directly down the toilet. Skelesis waiting in Heaven for any chip damage. It's going to be big, too. Ooh, D1 gets off the plant. And he still takes a decent amount of damage. Owl Drone now coming through as a 5v5 retake means colors and chaos for the team. So many players noted. Daimyo trying to get an interesting angle out here. Mabuto is holding him. And Sky's jumping out, updrafting, gets one, and the rest of his team now trying to go off his contact, but the fight's not going their way initially. Only one player left in the hold, strong on site for Utah to get up to 3. And 3 rounds I've learned is a lot for them. I was going to say last round that no one on their team was even positive, but now Cause 9-9, so they're starting to rally back a little bit.
Something to just look at is...
Well, yeah, a little bit. They got 1 round in the last 7, but they've got money in their hands now.
Yeah, and something to look at here is Viper's Pit has not been used this half, if I remember correctly. So it's probably just going to get plopped down, if I had to take a wild guess.
Just try and play it in any way possible. Master walks out and gets so much, and every player's been noted now. Not dead yet. Use Cause trying to find the shots. Damage found, but I think the Broncos will be pretty happy with that. 1 versus 3, but pretty much the entire game to play. You can't take your ult into the next half, so Daimyo hits it right away. Neural Theft traded as well. Dart isn't quite going to see Cause FPS, who now has a lot of time to make a play. What would you do if you were him here?
You got to look for a kill, because you definitely don't want to be planting in a 1v3, especially when you know the Sova's going to have his util up back by then. So you're really just looking to get one, and I think the Broncos know that and are going to play with each other.
That's smart. Double up, make sure that nothing can go wrong too quickly, but I think Cause FPS is smart enough to know that they might be holding something like this, and as you said, he wants the fight, and I don't think he's going to stop pushing unless he just goes C right here, but he is going to swing, and they're ready for it. Great play by the Broncos to take another 9-3 first half lead, but going to have to see if they can keep a hold on this one here.
Yeah, as we go into the attacking half, which is going to play out a little bit strangely, just looking at the comp. It seems like Boise State wants to play fairly slow, just comparatively to what Utah had.
Once again, 3 bandits. Maybe this is the new developed strategy. Seeing it a lot more than those first initial couple of weeks where it was out. Not really anyone picking it up, but now it's used. And actually, I mean, if this isn't a lie, they're posting up pretty far here.
Yeah, something I want to note is the Viper wall. I forgot because we haven't seen Haven for so long, but this is what Cause does.
It makes A so easy. You can pop that wall and the enemy team is just starved of information immediately.
Found them.
Mabuto is pressed. He might get ran down. Master, though, biding his time. Mabuto eats the ping, but stays where he is. And A main space has been gained as well for Utah, but Cause is holding farther than they might think. This is going to be a fight. Cause ready, finds it at first, and Aston, I think, just wants to get out of there. Pops the flash, and Gate crashes away, and now I think the rest of the team, interesting play. Off that contact, they're pivoting hard A, running with all the players to get there as fast as they can. Mabuto is going to get pinged on flank as well. So things have worked out interesting. I think they're going to be able to get to site in time. The dart comes through. No pings given. Backside, Master gets blind, but gets the first through it anyway. On stage, quickly trades with Skelesis. Backside finds one as well. Cause, a numbers game, gets his trades, and finally it evens up at 2v2 as Mabuto backs off as the plant comes down.
30 seconds left.
It looks like it could have been a bit of a tap here trying to bait out a kill.
I don't know about this spot. I feel like everyone expects you to be here, but I guess not if your Daimyo gets the first and a chance at the second, but the bandit from Cause FPS wins the round. Maybe just those 3 letters being your name gives you plus 50 attribute to clutch. But seems like that's how it's been going so far. A pistol round once again. I mean, it's evened up again. It was 66% now, an even 50 for the Broncos. They let that pistol round slip away, and they need to make sure that it doesn't go the way that last game did.
And as they're really, yeah, you can see as they were executing, just the decision to plant default, I think, was a bit strange because there was a bit of time and maybe they could have gotten a better plant down that makes it easier for them to play the post plant.
Yeah, I think that's something really underrated in this game is like plant locations can change completely how you play the round.
Pause?
That was just one
down
of
the
fight
long.
A long with a classic body shot. And Sky's just got a bandit. Master just got a whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. 3 1v1s going the way of the Broncos with very inferior weaponry, and now they group towards B site to potentially put an end to the narrative that we were trying to spin, but on stage wants a chance! But what a flick from Daimyo! And the right click takes Aston down to such low health. The whole team swings, and a thrifty round right back for the Broncos. And again, I mean, they have it. It's so strange. It's so weird to me
It's
that
such a phenomena because, like, they're not bad with the guns, as you can clearly see.
they win more like ecos than they win pistol rounds.
It's just the pistol round for some reason.
Because once again, this series, they're probably like they're 50% pistol win rate, but they just win the ecos. Like, it's very strange. I guess it's just an interesting thing to keep track of going forward. What a great round. Master is back on his comfort pick and thoroughly taken over here. There's only one player on A.
Yeah, it could just be a free walk 'em down situation.
Especially if Skies is going to be hitting those. And he goes, no more trips to contend with updraft up top, and it's not even heard. But Mabuto actually finally gets it, but Skelesis with the judge jumps out backside and somehow gets taken down. But it's still a 1v3, and the teleport from on stage is too little too late, as finally the Broncos put themselves in pole position to take this round here, or this map.
And out comes the timeout from the Utes. If I'm them, what I'm thinking is probably, where are they pushing? And then let's hit kill contract. Because I don't really see what other type of play you would call, because that seems like the desperation play.
Yeah, it kind of has to. And Mabuto's been super good. Obviously lost that one with the stinger. But other than that, he's pretty much been a lock in the kill contract every time. And like, those are those kind of rounds where, I don't know, if you're the defense, it just feels so terrible because you have one player A literally gets instantly sprinted down, and now the round's pretty much unwinnable because you have worse guns in a 4v5. So good play, and I think that's a good adaptation from the Broncos, realizing like they're playing so heavy mid, like we could just take the extremities like that, and they're not really super afraid of the Cypher, which I like because I don't think he's that scary of a character really.
Yeah, no. Something about Haven especially is if you show one person mid, either they're an idiot and they're fighting as one person mid, or there's 3 people there and one of the extremities is open.
Yeah.
And it's almost always the 3 people situation when you're in a 5v5 competitive environment.
Sometimes people get a little creative, but like you mentioned, look mid this round. 4 Utah players ready to go, and out they push. Cause is on C main, and the rest are creeping out, slow walking mid. Looks like it's gonna be a jump up into window. Daimyo gets it with the stinger. Is the trade there? Not quite. Daimyo another. Is he ready for the next players? He kind of is. Although we can't quite see him as Skies backside gets the first, gets the second while jumping.
Going for the third.
And looking for the third. Beautiful from Skies. A full house for the Broncos, and pretty much about as easy as it gets, I would say.
And now, doesn't this put Utah in a non-rifle round? Aren't they on a Spectre or Bulldog buy?
Ooh, no, they actually managed to full purchase, and the ultimates aren't terrible. They still kept a hold of the kill contract, but of course, Neural Theft and Dimensional Drift aren't like world beater ults. Like, they're not like super incredible.
They're very helpful if you default, but they're not the attacking side.
But yeah, they're in a spot now where they're gonna have to spread out the ults through a couple of rounds to just try and get something going here. as this is not the same story at all from the last match, as now Master getting tested by Mabuto, walking out so far, but I don't think he realizes just how ready the Broncos are. Cause gets one, but Skies right down mid gets another. Updraft fakes that he went on site, but actually does now, has to deal with the trip, but teammate shoots it out. B site given over, and the spike is now destined to come down to the Utah Utes. Get creative in this smoke. Master looking to peek, to shoot, just one bullet, just a little, just left, just look. Okay, never mind. He's biding his time. Doesn't want anyone to know he's backside quite yet, as Cause FPS gets the first on the Skies. 3v3 now as they come in, and he doesn't fall for the drone. So smart from Master, able to play into it, and it's only one player left, D1, and he can still get marked by the Owl drone. In it goes. Ooh, Master playing into it. The ping comes through, and it's all about as easy as it gets. What a shot, and what a performance from Master to even this up at 1-2-1.
And of course he's hitting that shot on Haven. It looked a lot like the, you know, the 10s shot where he
yeah,
he
sure,
flicks and then looks away. Well, yeah, but you know what I mean.
A little bit.
A little bit. Not like exactly, but like a little bit.
Similar situations, and yeah, this time completely different story. They got one first blood. They had one first blood in 17 rounds. Wow, I mean, we talked about it. We talked about that being potentially a factor, and it was more of a factor than I guess I ever could have imagined. As now the Broncos are headed on to their undefeated map.
Corrode.
They have not yet lost a game, and that means it's a beautiful treat for everybody because we probably get to see the Skies Waylay.
Oh, yes, like, the Waylay is...
It was just Christmas, but it's already an early Christmas present. Every time you get to see the Skies Waylay, a great kind of just response to a map like that. And similar looking script as a lot of Utah's games of they're really close on their map picks. Then that second one seems like things just don't quite go their way in the same kind of way. So Corrode, I mean, wouldn't that be a story though? Utah being able to get the first map win against undefeated Boise State on Corrode to beat them and potentially get into the top 3 teams in the PEC.
That would be something, yeah.
Hopefully the players aren't feeling the kind of pressure I'm feeling right now, but so far this has been a great match.
Yeah, no, I've been enjoying it quite a bit, and yeah, I'm just excited to see how Corrode goes. Boise State is attacking here, and well, as we've been saying, the attacking side has been the problem area. That's been the story so far, but we'll see if the narrative is broken maybe.
It's definitely different that map. I mean, they only needed 4, so it was just 4 wins to 1. Didn't really get to see a whole sample size on that map, but it did look different. Like, especially just with the level of confidence it looked like they were playing with. Especially, I mean, the round that Skies just runs them Cause FPS down like on A long. Like, that's the kind of plays that they kind of show you're feeling it a little bit more now.
Yeah, the rounds definitely felt different. The scoreboard probably doesn't show it exactly, but yes, it felt completely different, and maybe that's just Breeze is a new map, you know?
True, but oh man, this is gonna be a crazy game. One final one. I always love map 3s and the best of 3 because I mean it can only really be beaten by the map 5 in the best of 5, but this is going to be a crazy game to see what happens. Utah, of course, always liable to put up a fight, but just going to have to see what happens after the one last little break while the players get ready. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back.
No. Come on, where is it?
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app here. Any chance you're missing a debit card? Let's get that taken care of for you. With iCCU's card control, you can turn any card off with the tap of your finger.
You got it.
And back on again. Ow, 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 ow. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
It's me, your Idaho Central Credit Union app. Rough morning. Is that a mobile deposit? I got this. Beat it, Charlie. We're making money moves here. Cha-ching. And done.
Charlie, come on, outside.
Sorry about the mess. I'd help if I had hands. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. Is finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great. Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
Since you guys have been in here, some things have changed. We've updated this place to be in its final form. New cabinets, new counters, all sorts of new stuff in here. This has turned into a place that wouldn't look out of place at an SEC or Big Ten football facility, and Dairy West has allowed us to have it here. We've taken a holistic approach to our player nutrition, and we're really thankful that Dairy West has made sure that our fueling station is the best in college esports and really at industry standard for any college athletic department.
Hello and welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena, where we have a map 3 on deck. First map went the way of Utah in a 13-11 nail biter after coming back from down 9-3, and the next map it was 9-3 at the half, looking very similar, but ended that one about 13-4. So Broncos shut that down quickly. Now the momentum is on their side, heading on to their most successful map. I don't know if it's their favorite. It's probably getting up there just because they're winning on it so much. But Corrode now for them, and we've got to see a lot from the Broncos on Corrode, so we pretty much know what they're looking to do. And I think if Skies is moving with that shorty today, it could be pretty similar to what we just saw last map. But they are going to be attacking first, as we mentioned.
And I know I say it every time that it goes to Corrode, that the chamber pick is the secret weapon against this comp because of Skies being on Waylay and us relying on that so much. And then
that's what they play.
That's what they play. But we've also seen that sometimes Skies just does it anyways and just, drops 25. So we'll really see what happens. But just look out for the chamber pick from Kaz FPS.
Well, Superman normally is the one playing that Waylay. He's normally on it, but him not being in might make things a little bit different today. But we'd like to thank Dairy West, of course, for being a wonderful sponsor. Today's stream is brought to you in part by local dairy farmers and the dairy protein they produce. Thanks to them, Boise State Esports has access to next level fueling options that keep our players playing at their peak. Unbottled dairy protein that powers your performance. Visit unbottled.com for more info. And man, that truly is so awesome. All the stuff that they set us up with. All the players just use it all the time. So genuinely it has a great effect on just the mental and how people are playing and practice and all that. But as I was kind of mentioning, Superman normally is the one playing that Waylay, and they've got Mabuto in, so I wonder if they're going to just say, like, this is our plan, I want you to do this. But he looks really great on the ISO, so they might maybe be switching something up, playing a composition they normally don't play if they opt for the ISO instead of the Waylay.
Yeah, the thing is Waylay, you can play like solo duelist Waylay, and it makes a lot of sense. But when you try to play solo duelist ISO, it creates problems. So now you have to put a Yoru in, and all of a sudden you're building your team comp around the sub, which
yeah,
I don't know that
he's playing really good.
He is playing very
it's
good.
Not like, oh, the sub.
No, like it's just like they don't have much practice, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they just don't have as much practice on it for sure. And yeah, I agree with that. And also, like, yeah, it's very underrated, the ability to pull people's crosshair in this game. Like, I think a lot of people, especially if you don't play a lot of Valorant, you don't really get it. But that's why sometimes you'll see, like, in a 2v1, one player, like, jumps around the corner, and then the other player swings normally. It's like they're just trying to draw the crosshair. That's why Jet is so good. You can dash into a smoke, draw the crosshair. That's why Waylay is so good. You can dash, draw the crosshair. Even Yoru can bait people to look different places, but ISO doesn't really do that at all. You know,
no,
so it's like it's just it's a different way of just approaching the map in general. But yeah, I'd like to mention, I think Master being able to be on his kind of comfort pick last round was a really big just reason and why they look so much more dominant. Because before, yeah, I mean, just the agents, it seems more like play styles for our team more than like this guy plays this guy plays this, like the way that they play. And I think Master, his play style, I think he just likes to play Clove more. Like, I feel like I'm just watching. I'm like, yeah, this guy's just moving differently. So when they're able to get him on his pick, like, I think it works out. And don't they normally run the Viper Clove most of the time on Corrode?
Yeah, well, a few times we've seen the Yoru on Corrode, because I remember early in the season we would just see Master get 4 kills with an Outlaw every game that it went to Corrode.
Yeah, I mean, he's really good at Yoru. I'm not trying to detract from that at all. It's just definitely, like, you just play different ways most of the time on those two characters just because they offer different things to the composition.
And we will see just exactly what is picked, but it seems like maybe we're opting for the chamber.
Interesting.
It's a bit of an interesting pick, yeah.
I mean,
Phoenix?
hold on,
Surely
guys.
we're just hovering.
Surely. These are some interesting selections I've not quite seen, but normally, I mean, they do actually. I just pulled it up while we were talking. I was looking at some of their games, and Daimyo has been playing that chamber recently. He's been working on it, and then I think maybe that's why they put Master then on the Clove, and then you kind of have, because he was playing, Daimyo was what, like Omen before? You know, so it's like now you don't need that Omen. You can have him playing
exactly
that Sentinel, and I really like that look. I think it's a great composition and very similar to what Utah is running, except they're just going for the Omen.
Yeah, and because we're getting rid of the Vise, you now need. I don't know. It does make sense to pick Neon here as well, but I guess the team is just missing the Razor Vine that Vise provides, but I don't know if it's the most important piece of utility in the comp.
Yeah, I think the C's, the Fade C's is like, it's like Molly adjacent. You know, it's like it doesn't necessarily kill you if you step in it, but like you can't move, so that's pretty good as well. But here we go into map 3 of this exciting game. First game so close, second game not as much, but now the Broncos are looking to close this out. Utah are looking to rewrite the script with a substitute player in. And and they're doing pretty well so far, but Corrode is going to be the destination. The attack side hasn't been super lucky today, and the Broncos are starting on it, so...
Yeah, we'll see just how that goes. And, of course, we did see Waylay from both sides, which... That is something to note, because it's going to make the pace of the rounds pretty fast, I want to say. And
finally changing up the no more bandits, it looks like. Maybe it's not as good on this map.
Yeah, but look at these Viper walls. Both teams just thinking to cut up different spaces.
Interesting. The mid one is so powerful. I really like that wall that...
It's
okay,
real
I'm
strong.
so glad that Utah Cause is playing Chamber and not not Viper if they're on the same character. That would be a little bit too much, but I really, really like that wall from the defense, and they're looking to use it. Good information, but Mabuto now, I mean, pretty much no utility left. That's about all that you can get as Cause wins the nice early fight. Cause versus Cause goes the way of Cause.
Oh, really?
And he gets that first kill, as we've mentioned, critically important thus far in the series.
But the spike still needs to be picked up. So the Broncos are fixing to decide where exactly they want to end.
Oh, this jump spot. It might get caught out here. Daimyo's walking up, almost gets it, but not quite. And instead, now it's Mabuto trying to push up mid, gets caught quickly by Master. No, man, a 3v5. The Broncos played the early default to perfection, and now they can pretty much go wherever they want. Skies is looking to pop out B, clears out all of backside. So much space, and they're even aware of the player in the smoke, but actually, Aston gets two and quickly dips out. He's out of here. Evened it back up fast.
30 seconds left.
And now the Broncos have to go exploring a little bit. Another kill for Aston. 3 with the Bandit. And now the Spike, too, is in a precarious situation, trying to move up. Daimyo trying to get it, but it's the Heaven player instead. Reload comes through, and Aston pretty much single-handedly wins the pistol for Utah with 4 crucial kills. And now it's 40% pistol win rate for the Broncos in this series. Very interesting. Still just unable to win these early pistol rounds.
And 4 kills on one player means you can afford to go a rifle and get light shield and your
But he's playing alone on site.
Oh, that's a dangerous idea, especially when you know the Waylay is going to pop onto your head.
If he dies with this rifle,
that could flip the round.
Pretty easily, actually, and I think Skies is going to go for something. No dash, unfortunately, but Daimyo, a quick kill. Traded out instantly into the smoke on stage, runs Cause down with the judge. But 1 kill still not terrible as the rest of the team going towards B. Only a player down. Skies tries to walk out, but the Phantom is too much to contend with on that angle. Now, doesn't look like there's much to be done for Boise State here, but try and get a little bit more damage.
Yeah, and with those bandits, the opportunity to get a kill is still here.
I really like how that gun looks, though. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it definitely is one of the cooler models that they've added.
D1
here.
He's under a lot of pressure, doesn't quite realize it.
The stinger.
Now he does. Headshot might be a one-shot. No, just out of effective range. D1 gets the pick onto Skelesis and quickly gets that bonus round. The money's okay now. They really need this round.
Yeah, and it's going to be favored towards Boise State.
One thing I really like, though, is that they're able to all buy full shield.
Yeah, that deals with the Outlaw quite well. Master even opting for the Guardian just in case that an Outlaw has been purchased.
Skelis is actually now buying half shield, but
to afford those Prowlers.
Looks like the Outlaws posted on B nonetheless. Ooh, might get tested. Quick dash out. Ooh, there you go. We saw it on the mini-map if you could. That's the counter. The chamber got saturated, then got dashed down. But ooh, what a shot from Daimyo. And that's it. Had the full shield, was able to take down Cause because of it. And what an important kill from Master now. The pinch is coming through. Another on Disguise. And B site, only 1 player. Aston, can you do it again? Surely not. surely, but backside gets 2, a pre-fire onto another, and 3 kills for Aston. Still, the Broncos in the driver's seat at least for now, 1v2, but on stage, a chance. And that was really close. Well played though from Kaz to quickly hit that shot. Both Boise State players like 20 HP there.
Yeah, it came down to the wire there. And notably, the Viper's Pit is online now, which is a pretty important ult to have,
yeah,
especially
so
this
fast.
early.
I mean, it's so good this round too, because if the Broncos lose this round, they've got no money, and likewise for the Utes. So having that ultimate, I mean, it's the only one on the board, and you have it so early.
Yeah, and that can easily shut down an entire push. And there it is, early ripping it.
Interesting. I was wondering how they were going to choose to use it, but that's such a disaster for Utah. You pop the ult and just lose. The fight's mid on stage, trying to fight for it. Skies is really trapped here. Has nowhere to go. He's going to need some help. What?
Whoa!
Swings with the ping and just eliminates on stage. Still can't quite get found by the shock darts, and the rest of the team has already gotten up A site. How did that Prowler lock on there? That's crazy, but that's good information nonetheless. Utah might save here.
It could make sense to go for a save because they won't be able to buy next round, and the odds of winning this one
they're gonna walk
pretty
into
slim.
the trip too. It's not live, but wow, I mean, yeah, Utah essentially punting on this round to try and have a better chance at next one, and they use the Viper's Pit. That's the gamble if you use it that early, is Skies might just walk you down mid, and then you're just by yourself alone in a Viper's Pit, like crying lonely.
And you lost your most important ult.
Oh man, Skies might even get an exit here, which is so insane if they're able to get any kills here, and they've got to know about where they are by now. They've cleared all of spawn as the round finally comes through for the Broncos. Spike detonating gets them up to 2-on-2. Always the saves a little bit anticlimactic, but a round is a round. It's on the board nonetheless, and the money is so just gross here for the Utes.
Yeah, and the Broncos convergent path's about to come up. Not dead yet. Tour de force.
I mean, you pretty much can just pick which ult you want to use this round.
And that's what they're doing. Look, that orb is so incredibly attacker sided.
Only one player, Aston. That's not a good trade. Taken down to about half HP. Daimyo doesn't really have to give anything for it, and Skies still looking to take some shots up mid. Hold on! Ooh, through the smoke. Mabuto, maybe a bit ill-advised, trying to challenge Skies. Prowler, almost sells a little bit, but instead also finds the second player waiting in tow, and things a bit clearer now for the Broncos. They've noted 2 mid, 1 B, but they're still choosing to wait just a little bit longer. On stage is not in a great spot here, I have to say.
Back in a flash.
Looks like as that wall is falling.
Oh, but Skies doesn't clear it. He doesn't see. But on stage leaves anyway. He thinks that he's been spotted. So mind games on top of mind games here as the Broncos still waiting for anything on stage. Finally peeks out and actually gets one. That's kind of crazy. Not dead yet. Used as Aston gets another onto Daimyo from the B site. A crucial kill. Master able to clear up a lot of mid.
So
but
much space.
Oh, he has a chance at the kill here. Has a chance! Hits it just in time to live. And now he's backside. Convergent pass. Aston can't play the game, but he still gets one somehow. 10 kills now for Aston, but it's not quite enough. The spike comes through and Master is so far into spawn, but it could be cleared. Mabuto 1 HP. He's gonna clear it, but Master's quicker. And another one potentially on the plate. Cause FPS looking to peek with the Headhunter. Reposition from Master, and okay, you got that one. I'll head back. You got that one. I don't need to die here and give you a gun. Instead, I'll let you peek out heaven where I've got Skelesis waiting in tow as the Broncos take Cause down and get up to 3 now. 3 straight for the Broncos despite losing those first 2 rounds.
And a pattern you may be noticing is that whoever wins this mid space ends up winning the round. It's pretty important. Every time that the Broncos have gotten just through mid, they've been able to take the site pretty much for free.
That's crazy from D1, though, I have to say. You can hear him running literally all the way up mid, bro, just leave.
Yeah, he didn't have to hold there.
But it happens. I'm sure, with the Odin, he probably just didn't expect Master to be so snappy. But, of course, he is. Taimyo early with the tour de force is up so far. Mabuto might not realize how much trouble he is in. Master so ready. What a shot. Paranoia comes through, and the trade is there. It's not just me. It's the whole crew. And like you mentioned, there's mid, and the round looks to be going their way so far, unless Cause FPS has something to say about it, and he peeks and gets one, but Master isn't going to let that go so quickly. A site now completely the Broncos.
One enemy.
Ooh, and with that, that's pretty much the dagger. D1, only one to try and play into this.
But not a lot he can really do here.
Really? No, I mean, he's got a gap in that smoke. If he's aware of it and knows Master, oh, no, he's not.
He's
Master
not
takes him right away from the round, and that's that one-trick game knowledge right there. Master, really great at those smokes. I think he might have the best smoke placement of pretty much anyone I've seen. Just genuinely,
yeah, I would say that
these mid-round gives himself a nice little corner. That's just what he does. He's so good at that, and 7 and 4 for him again. Really just stepping up this series for his team.
But yeah, during the mid-round, there's always so much thought behind the way he smokes. It's never doing just one thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really great way to put that. It's never just no, it's not like that. It's just block mid, It's more complicated. That angle. Oh, goodness.
Oh,
Master,
dear.
chill. Oh, goes for the fight anyway. Can he find the shots? He does. Mabuto, unfortunately, still yet to find a kill in this game, as Master pretty much unbeaten on these early duels. And the spike isn't even in anyone's hand. They were just poking and prodding, seeing what would give. And that is so important, as now D1 has to pick up some of that mid-slack and cause v cause battle once again. And it's a stalemate. It's a tie. Both players trying to live another day as the dash runs them down, but I think they're going to have to chill out a little bit here. Ooh, surely someone sprays the box. They've got to be aware, but on stage drops, doesn't even want to try it.
The Nightfall is online.
Oh, man, that could hit all three.
Might be needed with how close the timer is getting.
Yeah, with 30 seconds. They're thinking about it for sure, but instead walking up slowly, faking the rotate. I like this, but it didn't really work. Cause is ready, gets the first, but the trades are in tow. Seas comes through, but they don't know about on stage. They don't know about on stage. Oh, but Skelis' right click finds it. 15 seconds, has to run. Nightfall gives away D1, and he doesn't know that Skelis is behind him still. He doesn't even know
doesn't hear
that
the plans.
Skelis is behind him. Skelis is stressing so hard. He's freaking out, able to get the plant down now and catch his breath. Haunt still online, can come through. Doesn't find D1 though, who waited it out, holding the angle. It's dubious, but Skelesis is the victor. The secret little humble clutch king. We don't call him the clutch king as much, but he's good in a clutch, man. He's good in a clutch. And 5 straight now for the Broncos.
Yeah, you can always count on him to really close the round out, even committing the Nightfall just to guarantee that round pretty much.
That was
and that was
I don't think D1 even saw
the right click tracers. Yeah, they were all behind his head, so he didn't hear it, he didn't see it.
That's interesting though that he played like that, just because he has to be on site planting, he literally has to be, right? So interesting. D1 twice now, just maybe under the pressure, feeling it a little bit, because I'm sure, the team might be just in an interesting state after winning that first one. And then, we had mentioned that their Ohio State game, it was very similar. The first game was super close, and the second really wasn't super close at all. Might be a bit of that mental factor playing in, kind of affecting that decision making.
Yeah, because I feel like as the rounds go on, like more and more mistakes are being made, and Boise State is able to just capitalize on them.
Yeah, like these rounds, I mean, they're getting all these kills without even really having to fight for it, you know? They're just kind of playing mid and just playing deathmatch. You know, it feels like team deathmatch, just swing mid, get some kills. Like, okay, I think gonna need a bit of a different setup here. But once again, it looks like a bit slower towards mid. Tour de force committed from Cause FPS, but Skies already gets Mabuto down. And Master has crept up so far on stage, is lucky to live from that, but the Saturate comes through on stage, gets the kill somehow. But Master is gonna get that one off. Battle goes the way of Daimyo as well, and once again, they didn't have to push anything. They didn't have to use any util, it's just a 2v4.
Yeah, just the numbers advantage. Able to walk onto site.
Oh, they don't know though about D1. A chance potentially to redeem himself from the last round. He wanted that clutch so bad, and now he has a chance. Gets the late kill onto Cause, but kind of noted. Smoke can be replenished as well if Master so chooses, and he will. It comes right back up, and time is ticking. They're gonna have to make a move soon. Maybe waiting on the recon dart, but Master is so good at this. Maybe dodging out the owl drone a little. Perfect sees to buy Master a bit of time, and he wasn't cleared. Master wasn't cleared. Has a chance now to deliver. Gets the first and the second. Toying with him, but he gets it as well. 3 on the round. Master fully activating his takeover badge.
And you saw there, the owl drone came through. It didn't spot him, but I mean, from Austin's perspective, it really looked like it did spot him. Like that looks like it would have cleared the angle.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, you're almost unintentionally leading your teammate to a demise. It's no one's fault, but just well played by Master.
Yeah,
Ultimates.
very well played. And those smokes in the middle of the round once again.
Oh yeah, like even saving the smoke, like that just won them the round, because if you didn't have 2 smokes, that would have been pretty sketchy, but it's having the knowledge to save it. Cause once again gonna be a little bit upset because he got the teleport. You can see he died on his teleport.
Yeah.
That's how crazy the kill was, how perfect it was. Daimyo peeking through, but instead it's just Master with the rifle. Daimyo might have a sniper, but the Vandal hits. Ooh, whoa. That was just like, I'm gonna shoot just once before I leave, and that almost got the kill. I guess that's just how we're feeling tonight on stage, though. So close, so crept up, gets the first, and the second can't quite be found. Daimyo almost just having to act like a Yoru decoy there to clear the angle. Sometimes it happens. And on to A site they go once again. Mabuto the only one to greet them, and he is low.
The Viper's Pit is coming out.
Ooh, wait, that's a really, really nice kill. But he's gonna get ran down by Master. Master has to go with the not dead yet. Clock ticking, in he runs. The rest of the team supporting him, but Mabuto standing strong. Actually gets 2, and the spike hasn't even come down yet. Now it's a 1v1. Cause versus Austin. Snakebite is available, but the health is better for Austin. Especially, it's going to be 2 body shots with the Phantom, and I think he has the wrong read. Cause thinks, I don't think Cause knows he's here! Jumps out of the smoke, and Austin wins it. The late walk all the way around spawn pays off as Utah get up to 3 here on defense.
Yeah, what just a clever idea there. Faking that you would have been Link, and then walking all the way slow through spawn. Just for a bit of a gambly play, but a chance at something, being able to enter the Viper's Pit or catching Cause off guard.
I think this might be a concept that it's true in a lot of sports, and I think it's very true in games as well, is like sometimes you don't want to do a good play just because if you mess it up, it's going to look really bad. And I think that's how a lot of people feel about just slow walking around the map. Like, it's sure you might get caught in a corner, but like there are so many times I think where you can have an insane, crazy timing or just a wicked play that they might not expect. And speaking of wicked play, I think that this might be an ultimate setup off the jump spot. Convergent pass is held in hand, and out it goes. In they push. Hunter's Fury comboing on everyone. They're slowed, and Daimyo is found. And a second from Mabuto. a good setup and a good play. That's what we kind of wanted to see coming out from Utah, who seem to be on the back foot so far this map. They get that pretty easily, and this is a really sketchy spot from on stage. I wouldn't be surprised if Skies hit this flick.
No, I'm prepared
Anyone
for
else,
it.
I don't know. And Mabuto gets that. Skies is all alone all of a sudden, but he gets two quickly. A 1v5 scenario for Skies, getting ran down. Info gained. He knows another player is there. Has the ultimate and a dash if he wants to use it, but probably not the ultimate here. He has so much time though, and like I said, just slow walking right here. They have no idea where he could be. They're trying to cut off his rotate, and as soon as Kaz sees this, they might be ready for him on B site. But he gets the 1v1, has a chance down to 10 HP, and Mabuto wins the fight. Great round from him, starting off 0-8, now a 3K on back-to-back rounds. Very impressive for Mabuto, getting back into the swing of this game here, and a really good set play, even though it used two pretty crazy ults for Utah.
Yeah, that's the argument for picking Sova over Fade on this map is, if you do it right, the Waylay ult plus the Hunter's Fury is just a guaranteed kill pretty much. And it looks like Boise State might be going for a bit of a faster play as they're setting up here.
And that, I don't even think they know though that Utah's been stacking this pretty much every single time. It's going to be a difficult fight to get, but Kaz taking down to 1 HP on stage through the smoke, just grabs one, quickly traded, convergent pass used. Ooh, but that's the spike donated into the corner. Luckily, another chance, potentially Kaz, great adjustment. 1v1 once again. They get to run it back. Kaz versus Austin. 70 HP, it's almost the exact same situation without the Viper's Pit. And does he realize this time that CT is the destination? It looks like he does. Timing, perfect! Oh, but he can't find the shot. Austin, great transfer, and Utah get up to 5. Austin just really playing well this game. I mean, even since the pistol round, just been the standout performer.
Yeah, he's able to close those rounds out when it's needed and anchor the site on B. It's really the type of thing you want to see.
And I think that almost goes to say what I was saying, because from Austin's perspective, he's just walking out of a smoke dry, you know? Yeah. And I almost think that's part of why it worked, is because it's such a crazy, unexpected play. And, like, if it doesn't work, it's like, why are you doing that? Why are you walking out the smoke? But since it works, like, I don't know. I like that kind of stuff. So I never get too harsh on people when they try and make just smart, creative plays, even if it doesn't work. But the Broncos letting their lead slip just a little bit. Austin uses the Viper's Pit in the same way. Hopefully his mid can stand strong like it didn't last time. It's sketchy. Utility used. Mabuto able to get out, but that's a lot of utility gone, and wide swing. Hold on. Oh, barely. He should not have gotten away with that. I thought he was about to get out. Skies stops him in his tracks. And it's like the last round with the Viper's Pit. Mid taken so quickly. They've gotten so much space now. It just seems like a matter of time until they can just walk towards A site here.
What an angle.
This is a despicable. It's going to work. It's going to work too. Ooh, D1. Probably buy a lottery ticket that he was able to dodge that. It's kind of sketchy. Don't really know what the play is here. I mean, the spike is still in spawn. I thought they were going to go A, but now, I mean, they have mid, but they're gonna have to play into the Viper's Pit if they want to go B. And the stack, it's kind of sketchy, but they can make it work if they land the shots. 30 seconds, slow walking up. I think Master's gonna go for it. Gets the first, into the smoke. He swings in a second. Quickly delivered for Master, pushing further with that speed boost. D1 is next up and the next down. Master breaks the round wide open as the plant comes through.
And it is looking quite troublesome if you are Kaz here.
Daimyo has a sheriff, or he has a phantom, by the way. He's just walking around with the headhunter looking for a clip. And does he get rewarded?
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, he's on the receiving end of the clip. Kaz still very much alive in this one, walking up, but not for much longer. Master 4 on the round, 7-5 half on the attack side that so far no one has been able to get 7 rounds on in this series. And did I just see that? Is that 18 kills for Master in 1 half?
18 kills.
Is that surely I was my eyes are deceiving me because
as a support role,
what?
Like that's
wow.
crazy.
18 for Master. I mean, he's on pace for high 30s this game, carrying over his form from last match, and they have a very strange defensive setup. Look at this.
Oh man, what is going on here? We've got B being stacked, mid is stacked, and then the A side is just going to be solo.
It's going to be solo chamber, but so late that he's going to even be in kind of a strange position. Ooh, Sky's getting ran down by Mabuto. Dart pings him as well, and I think Mabuto's going straight in. Backside, he lands, and that's the waylay. The waylay value right there. Able to get so many chances to get a kill and then just dip straight out, but now it's going to be Daimyo with the chances, has to get out quickly with the rendezvous. But he's going to get a second chance to try and take out on stage, pushing forward, gets the first on Mabuto, but he's getting ran down. There's too many to deal with. He actually gets a second. Good trade from Skelesis. Things even up, but the health is so bad. There's 3 players left, but it's essentially 2 players worth of health, but 1 taps can always be hit. And this is going to be the fight right here, Cause versus Skies to get the round, and that's a beautiful shot. Now Skies can move forward and just kill everyone. Beautiful pistol round. Now back up to 50% on the series for Boise State. Oh yeah, 50% pistols, and you know what they say about the pistol, man? The second round is about as free as it gets, so despite this being a decently close round and Utah rallying once again towards the end of the map, Broncos putting their foot down here on defense.
And
what is this buy?
A lot of shotguns. Daimyo makes sense because he has the, he has the headhunter.
Yeah.
But the more and more I see it, the Goober setup makes sense because like Daimyo can just.
He can basically be 2 people.
He can be 2 people because he has that teleport.
When the mid walk up is so fast, this is scary though. Prowler is going to get good information. Master can't really peek that with a Bucky though. Has to kind of bide his time as Skies tries to get something done B, but perfectly content to just hold this out for a little bit.
No peeking.
And that Prowler denies the A link space, which is pretty crucial here with how the site's been set up.
Team grouping up mid, and Master has such a chance here. I don't know if he's going to go for it. It's just too sketchy to try and flank with a Bucky, but he has a chance. Daimyo has a chance as well. Jump Spot hasn't noted him yet, but he's able to hit the body shot. Really good value, and they're not going to think he has this. Walking up now, Daimyo putting himself in position to get active as the judge makes some noise. Only 1 left on site, on stage, getting jumped down. 3 for Daimyo with the judge and a flawless bonus round. That's exactly what you want to see. And they didn't really spend a whole lot of money. Bucky's only 850 credits.
Yeah, no, look, they have, if they wanted to, they could drop their guns and buy rifles, but obviously, I think that would be a bit of a foolish play.
If they
and they agree. But that's just how rich they are, you know?
True. But that's the reward of winning that round, is you don't have to do that. You can keep that money building up, gaining interest in your bank account as you eat top ramen for about 3 months. Watch your money build up. Bucky's pretty much the ramen equivalent in this game. Skies is looking like he's going to be the one to get tested now. It's like a bit towards B site, and they don't have a lot to get him off this angle with this Bucky. Oh, and walking straight out Mabuto. Ooh, the Bucky just can't do enough damage. But that's a good shot because it can't really be healed back up, and the support is quickly there, but giving up that first kill, always difficult to kind of bring the round back from that.
Yeah, it always is going to make things harder. And also, looking at Cause's health bar, that's practically a kill right there.
1 health, I think. 8 HP. He could fall from heaven. It's like a bad pickup line, and he would die. Snakebite still in his hand. Skelesis has to kind of be the one to do most of the work if they're going to hold this B site down, unless something crazy can happen, but it is Skelesis thus far. Ooh, Ooh, but a great swing from Cause through the wall onto Skelesis is going to open the side up. D1 getting what is probably 120th plant of his PEC career as the rest of the pieces fall down. On stage is the one to clean it out. And Utah, I mean, they're supposed to win that round with the weaponry, but still pretty convincing from them that times after they were able to get that entry kill.
Yeah, like you're saying, the entry kill, it matters a lot. And this series is showing us exactly why. The entry kill is gotten, and then the player gets it, walks away, reset, and then they come back and hit hard afterwards.
Yeah, it's almost just it's like restarting the round, but someone like disconnected. Like you're basically just playing, like, yeah, it's just so crazy because the players at the end of the day, you want all of them that you can have so they can hold different parts of the map. And
that dart.
But what a dart. But Mabuto wins it through the dart. That's insane. What a crazy clutch. And that's the first kill once again going their way. Daimyo creeping up mid is looking to get it back. And Mabuto again, the crouch peek demon. I've never seen anyone crouch peek that much, but it works so well for him. It catches everyone off guard. Mabuto really making a statement in the second half of this one. What an insane angle from Skelesis. And he has to do so much more, though. Full util, and I think he knows that they're past him. Austin, ooh, beautiful shots. Just 2 quick headshots. Oh, but he doesn't expect Mabuto again with the one tap. But it's Skies, full health. Util able to be played with here, and a Vandal. It's 1v2, but I like how it looks for him here. Rank 81 North America looking to make a play. Walking up, kind of hiding in precarious little corners. It's going to be a lot to clear, and he's going to have to speed up now as the spike speeds up itself. He's going to get a perfect clear onto Mabuto, but Mabuto so ready. Just getting those one taps back online, and wow, I mean, I just genuinely don't like pointing stuff like this out for the most part, but he started this map 0-8, and he's 12-14 right now.
Dang.
Just a wonderful turnaround from Mabuto. And that's kind of what it's taking so far. This looks a lot like the first map here. The Broncos on bad money are going to have to get things rolling soon.
And here's that hero rifle from Master again.
Worked last time.
Looking just to see if something can happen.
Heavy towards B, and that's the tour de force's home. Cause is going to need to make sure that Daimyo doesn't get spotted by this owl drone, because in he goes. Mabuto dashing up. First player found. Right click. Doesn't even need to be found. What an adjustment from Daimyo. Tour de force in hand, shutting down the push, and Cause now can just grab that Vandal right up. It's his now.
Toxins going up.
And now it's tour de force and 2 rifles plus 2 other guys. Plus 3 against 3 rifles. Like, that's very favorable odds all of a sudden.
Oh, and another Daimyo. Why not get even more? 3 for him. Making sure this round doesn't go the other way. Fake teleport from on stage. Creative, but Daimyo not really falling for it whatsoever. He's going to clear this right side, and Spike in his hand. Of course, Dimensional Drift is online, so it's kind of fake. Because on stage, if he gets to the other site, he's going to be able to use it, but he might not even get that far. Because Sky's timing perfect for him, but he can't quite land the shot. Instead, brings out the shotgun, running him down, and a little bit of a health exchange. Cause wins the battle on A side, and on stage is the last one to try and make something happen, and 20 seconds is not enough time to work with. Might just have to end up saving his rifle here. Ultimate's up, but what can you really do as Daimyo is hunting. Tour de force in hand. Peak inbound. Clearing everything so procedurally. But there's one shot he needs to hit. Knife out. Does he know that on stage might be this close? He doesn't. Found now. The rest of the team going to try and run him down, but on stage gets it. But Boise State win the round, which is a bit more important, and they get up to 10 as the timeout comes through for Utah.
And Utah has a couple of ults online. They have a lot to think about as they go into this next round. Is there going to be an op from the side of Boise State? That's something that should be on their mind as they maybe think about how to address
I think you
the
almost
site.
gotta bring it out after that round. I mean, Daimyo just won them that round, just straight up. That was an eco round. They were, I mean, realistically, if you're going by statistics, they should have lost that one. They probably should have
Pretty
lost
hard.
the next one too.
Yeah.
So that tour de force saved the round for them, and it looked pretty easy for Daimyo too. So I would like to see maybe a bit more of that coming through.
Yeah, I'm thinking bring out the op, but that creates a whole bunch of problems for Utah. Like, how do they really address that other than owl drone plus dash on top with saturate and kill with a shorty? That's like they really only have one way to deal with it.
At the end of the day, the counter to op is the hope that they miss, like, for the most part, because if someone's really, really feeling it, I mean, there's not very much you can do. Like, they're just going to sit back sight and just whittle your team away one by one.
And you've seen the pixel peaks that Daimyo holds sometimes, so you know he's good for it on the reaction speed.
Especially, I mean, this map you can play it mid, you can play it B main, you can play A, you can play it literally anywhere that you want. But Mabuto wants to play mid, and he's going in fast. Even Mark Skelesis for on stage to walk up far if he wants to take that peek. Instead, it's back mid. Skies is going to be the one to take point. The smoke he goes. Shorty in hand. Teleport, though, comes through on stage, saves his life perfectly. And Daimyo, operator in hand, has to shoot the owl drone. As you mentioned, the counter coming through, and the wall shuts him off. If only he could see what we saw, he would have had another kill. Sees the arm. Daimyo ready to hold. Smoke comes through, though, and they're playing this really well into the operator, cutting off every possible angle, and through the smoke, Austin gets another. As the operator now might be a little bit of a hindrance. Oh, that's so big, though. Conversion pass. It hits. It's so big. It hits everybody, but the trade of the ult comes through. It's a weird fight. Skies gets it. Slow motion battle. Wall surely gonna drop soon. Shorty in hand jumps through, backs up, but the cause blade flank finds it, and Austin cleans the round up. So much adrenaline, but still Utah find it. And the operator, wow, I mean, I was really just hyping it up in that round. It was almost bad.
Yeah, it made it harder to retake. And this fight is just so weird. Both people hindered.
Slow motion spray down. Oh man, if Skies gets that, he isn't probably gonna recall into the kill, so just shows how close these rounds can get. Money so weird, has to be a save from the Broncos as the mid push trying to come through quick, but Master's out. Has to fall back, gets a little bit scared, but now he walks out, gets good space. Through the smoke, Mabuto is already very low, and mid being taken like this is great for the Broncos so fast. Ooh, Hunter's Fury, though, from D1. It's trying to spray, and I don't think it's finding anything. Not really anything found. Hunter's Fury, that's like 9 orbs away in the night. And Daimyo, perfect kill A main. Now makes things a little bit simpler. It's going to be down to this B site fight. Cause backside. Skelesis is supporting him from mid, but it's a difficult angle to play.
Toxin screen down.
Knowing that, I think Cause backs up a little, and with a good jump spot, tees Skelesis up for a nice kill on an unaware. Cause in through the smoke. Cause again onto D1. 2 more players. The only ones now to face the might of the Bronco team. 5 players, and they're looking to get to 11 unless on stage.
30 seconds left.
Mabuto have anything to say about it? And time is running so low. I mean, surely they don't have time to leave.
Not if they slow walk.
Are they going to save? Interesting.
Be right.
Might be a good play, but the Broncos now gonna get up to 11 as
left.
the Utah players tuck back into spawn to save their weapons. Time is going to tick out. And now only 2 more to close out this crazy series for the Broncos. Money gonna be weird now for Utah.
Yeah, that save, it actually allows for both players to buy when they wouldn't have been able to otherwise, I think. So, turns out to be exactly the correct play.
Interesting. Looks like a lot of mid pressure towards the Broncos defense, but they've got the setup. They have 2 players mid and a third in tow with Skies being on deck if things get messy. This is going to be a crazy fight. Smoke's coming through both sides. Out goes Mabucho trying to push up with the dart. Does he even bother swinging out the smoke? He does and sees more than he wants. Daimyo can't hit the adjustment. Austin, perfect timing, and now A side is kind of open, especially if Skies gets caught as well. Now the rest of the team runs over on stage. A great play through mid and just every player not where they're expected to be. A 1v5 for Cause. Not gonna say it's impossible. Nothing is impossible, especially with those 3 letters making up your name. But it's difficult. Doesn't need to save. Can try and do some damage, but he's gonna peek into a high-low setup.
Oh,
I thought he had that for a second.
Too.
One great kill. But now 9 rounds on the board for Utah. They aren't willing to roll over and die quite yet.
And that round, literally every single person was not expecting what happened to them from Boise State. Even Cause swinging into the high-low. Just, you were saying the Broncos kind of, you can always count on them to not get out-thought, but I would argue that round maybe that's exactly what happened there.
It's probably why they lost. Even 4-4 so far on this half. Still in the driver's seat, the Broncos now have the operator. Daimyo is set up in such a great spot, and Mabuto just walks out, almost gets one-tapped, barely able to save himself, but now he can't dash onto site. He used his recall, but it's only 1 player to face the brunt of everything. He's so lucky he didn't get pinged. Cause able to do so much now. Nightfall comes through, teleport, noted. Cause back site, standing strong.
Toxin screen down.
Insane. And that just stops the entire push.
Ooh, that's a crazy angle, but I guess that's why I didn't know Skies was behind him. That's why he played it in a 2v4. They have to walk out. And they're shooting, making themselves known. A minute left. Cause might just spray through this. He doesn't, but Utah forced to walk back, and once again, they just don't have that much time, and they're going to run into Daimyo too, holding with the op. Out they walk, about as free as it gets, and he's going immediately to cash in his 200 credits at the gas station. And ooh, there goes Skies. Interesting
30
play.
seconds
I mean, worked like 15 times against Nebraska, so I'm not surprised he goes for it. But now, calming down a little bit, D1 still has a way into this round. Prowler, though, spots him such good information.
And
now
with
the rest of the
seized,
team,
there's not enough time.
oh, yeah, if he gets seized, he literally does not have time to play. I mean, he might not anyway. It looks like he's
10
not even
seconds
trying.
left.
Once again, a save for Utah as the Broncos are going to get themselves to match point off of a great play from Cause, holding back sight, standing strong. If he dies there, we're looking at a much different game, but we live in this timeline, and it's now match point.
Yeah, you cannot understate just how well Cause holds this site. All of the team's utility, all of Utah's utility is being used on him, and he just kills the people coming in.
I think they thought he was going to run.
Yeah.
That's why they were throwing the saturate to cut him off, and now he just stood strong and fought for it. Oh, 3 players mid, and this time the operator's there too. It's going to be a bloodbath. Pushing in, Mabuto once again uses the dash, and this time pays for it. Dark, though, pings Skies. And on stage gets hit. This is such a nice angle out of the smoke. Master, a freebie, and the Not Dead Yet is still on deck. Cause taken down to 1 HP from the other Cause, our Cause on B site. Now trying to walk up and get some of this space they've lost, but Skelesis, the threat of him being there is too much. But if you leave, you're walking into Master with Ultimate Online. 16 HP. But if there's anyone I want holding this type of angle, it's going to be Master. Last map, a 4-person spray down, and he might walk right in the smoke. They don't even know how close they are. If only you could see Skelis's amazing kill, as now it's only 2. Master ready for it. Gil gets transferred on, but pops the ultimate quickly. Now the mid player being chased down. It's D1. Doesn't have much health, and it's only on to Austin. He's played so well this series, so well this map, but what more can he do? Master not able to revive, but that doesn't quite hit. Austin, though, has to grab the spike, and it's too much. Skelis holding strong. Austin gets it, but 12 seconds. He has to literally run as fast as he can to sight Daimyo. Oh, careful, Daimyo, careful. I don't think they have time, though. I don't think they have time. Plant can't come down, and the Broncos win the series.
Defenders win.
A 2-1 victory.
Such a crazy way to end it off, too. Of course, it couldn't be a normal round. In this series, are you kidding me? Broncos able to rally despite losing that first one. And, I mean, that was almost the same match script every game. Like, dominant half. You know, it gets dicey, then what happens? You never know. But the Broncos able to hold on and keep their top 3 team, or their, I mean, top 2 for sure. Their top 2 contention in as it is. So what a great series from them. I mean, I think I have to shout out Master, of course, as being probably
Master
the player
was
of the series. Just
going off.
Wow, so good. And you don't see a lot of Clove, too. So very impressive to be able to win or just get that many kills. I mean, 18.5 on attack as Clove is just ridiculous. So a great win, and the vibes continue to be high for the Broncos. And look at that checkerboard. Perfect checkerboard. That's about as even of a matchup as you can get.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Shows that, man, once again, poor Utah. Their standings don't quite reflect it, but every loss seems to be so close. Just truly a great team, but what a play from Master. Just what a map from him, and just in general. But we'd like to give, of course, a thank you to the Idaho Air National Guard. What if you could pursue college or your dream career while serving your country and getting amazing benefits? The Idaho Air National Guard, just 1 weekend a month, 8 months out of the year. You'll get tuition assistance, signing bonuses, healthcare, zero-down home loans, and high-tech job training, all while keeping your civilian life, job, and goals right here in Idaho. Whether you're studying, working, or building your future, the Guard enhances it all while giving you leadership skills and lifelong connections. Ready to have it all? The Idaho Air National Guard is your pathway to education, career, success, and purpose.
And, I mean, you were saying definite top 2, but then next week, Michigan State, right?
That's going to be a crazy game as well. Of course, every game seems to be crazy in the PEC. I mean, every matchup is so intense. All these teams are so good. And that's, I mean, a great game tonight as always. So we've got a top 5 and then a wonderful player interview. So don't go anywhere, and we'll be right back with that shortly. The peak. Takes a bit of chip, now swings, and hold on. The push is coming through, and it's perfect. Cause gets everything now. So little time. Master gets it. 1v1. D1 is peeking, but Master clutches it out. They land the shots. 30 seconds, slow walking up. I think Master's gonna go for it. Gets the first into the smoke. He swings in a second. Quickly delivered for Master. Pushing further with that speed boost. D1 is next up, and then gamble. I get it. Being at 6-2, you need your economy to get going soon, but what is this play? Daimyo walks up C main, and he's not even gonna get cleared most likely, because they just see Cause. They just know about Cause, but last round they want to try it again. They want to run it back. But Skies has changed his position. Ooh, and the clone! The clone eats it! That's so good! Skies has every chance in the world, and it gets 2. Any counterplay that you can do to that, because the guy's on the other, he's in a different city, shooting you with the Hunter's Fury, but this time, it's going to be B. And Skies is ready. Flash comes through, but he has a better timing. He's just going to get everybody. Man. He's just going to get everybody. 3 heads.
It's me, your Idaho Central Credit Union app. Rough morning. Is that a mobile deposit? I got this. Beat it, Charlie. We're making money moves here. Cha-ching. And done.
Charlie, come on, outside.
Sorry about the mess. I'd help if I had hands. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Scott Matlock, underrated recruit, has built himself into one of the best defensive players in the Mountain West.
What would you do if you couldn't fail? Would you see every setback as a catalyst to keep going? This is the innovator's mindset, because innovation demands daring. Is finding thousands of ways that don't work, and the one that changes everything. It's when your unrelenting spirit sees the world's needs and says, I will create something better. So, what will you do? Will you let your genius run wild? Give yourself the space to be great. Set your sights on something even bigger, because we know changing the world doesn't happen by chance. It comes out of the blue.
My friends know me as Derek, but I'm also Master Sergeant Raxter. This is my life in the Air National Guard.
Since you guys have been in here, some things have changed. We've updated this place to be in its final form. New cabinets, new counters, all sorts of new stuff in here. This has turned into a place that wouldn't look out of place at an SEC or Big Ten football facility, and Dairy West has allowed us to have it here. We've taken a holistic approach to our player nutrition, and we're really thankful that Dairy West has made sure that our fueling station is the best in college esports and really at industry standard for any college athletic department.
No. Come on, where is it?
Dave, it's your Idaho Central app here. Any chance you're missing a debit card? Let's get that taken care of for you. With ICCU's card control, you can turn any card off with the tap of your finger.
You've got it.
And back on again. Out, 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 out. The closest Idaho Central Credit Union branch is in your pocket.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Boise State Esports Arena. I'm here for the player interview with Wyatt, Master, of course. And yeah, let's just, before I talk about the game, there was some inside scoops, I suppose. We heard the team has been doing really well, like morale-wise and environment-wise, and I don't know, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, we've just really been putting a lot more effort into just like building a community around the team and not just like treating it as like a job or like something that we just have to come and do. We wanted it to be more like we're going to be here, we're going to enjoy our time here, and we're just going to try our best. And this shift from like a competitive like job like environment to more of like we're doing this for fun and we're going to try our best while we are playing has just really shifted us to better play in harder matchups and just keep a more consistent fuel throughout the season.
That sounds just like an all-around good thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Playing better, having more fun. And I guess speaking of fun, I've been told you were in a tournament called Fun Haver, and you placed top 8, which you guys usually don't get that high, is what I've heard. So that's...
Yeah, we've normally been placing around like round of 32. We end up losing in round of 32, but this weekend we took it up and lost in round of 8. So we had a huge improvement from what we normally do, and I feel like a lot of it can be contributed to just us not giving up mentally and just being able to fully like force ourselves to think we can hang around with like the better players and just putting in the effort outside and inside of practice.
And so, Funhaver, like, competition-wise, would you say it's a little above PEC or, like, around the same?
It's a pretty high amount above PEC, like, once you get towards, like, top 8 and, like, the higher-seeded teams, because some of them are, like, VCL players.
Oh, okay.
So it's, like, more similar to, like, how our, like, Division 1 matches would go. So, like, Maryville and Winthrop are, like, teams, like, of that level would be playing
then, yeah, that's
during some weeks.
That's really impressive by you guys. So then, I guess, you were telling me before this a little bit that the Clove pick is a result of Funhaver. You want to tell everybody about that?
Yeah, we've played as just like friends a few weeks ago in Funhaver, and I locked Clove during the whole tournament, and I performed really well. So we decided to see how it would go during like the regular season, and so far it's been going pretty well.
Yeah, I've been watching, and it looks really, really good with I mean, you had like 18 kills at the half, which is, I don't know, really impressive. And then another thing is the Breeze map. Things looked a little, I guess, disorganized at times, or maybe you just weren't respecting the team, the enemy team is another idea. What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like we just didn't do our own game plan, and we took a lot of like solo fights and didn't really like pair a utility or like use our team to its full advantage. And we're not normally used to like playing that map since it just recently joined the pool and we haven't had a ton of time to scrimmage. So we've tried our best, but we just struggled with like falling into like a routine of like what we normally would be doing. So once we were kind of off center, it just became a little bit harder to get back on track.
Yeah, that's definitely just how it is when new maps, because it's been reworked for like the 8th time now, so you can call it a new map pretty much come out. Do you have any other thoughts or things you want to shout out?
I'm just really proud of how far my team has come in changing our mindset and just being able to adapt to having more fun, but also keeping it productive while we're having more fun.
That really is great. Well, if that's all, I'm just excited to see how the Michigan State game goes, and thanks everybody for watching.